Sessions live on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms. It's the #1 destination to learn about snowmobiling, network with other sledders, and have an awesome time doing it. We'll meet other snowmobilers that share your passion and show your fan photos along the way. Snowmobile Sessions Live. Enjoy the ride.
Fan photos are brought to you by Fast Track Snowmobile Traction. This season, quit sliding sideways on the ice and losing races to your buddies. A Fast Track stud kit will help you with improved braking and give you the arm-ripping acceleration you crave. I put over 3,000 clicks last season on my Renegade 850, and I'll tell you, these studs exceeded my expectations. Not one broken stud, my idle wheels still look like new, and they hooked up like I was on rails in the twisties, inspiring confidence every ride. Fast Track Top Gun kits are the highest rated stud kit at 4.9 stars with over 230 reviews. The studs are heat treated stainless so they are strong and they don't rust. The kit is lighter, easier on the track, and has a lifetime warranty against breaking. Each kit comes with a track specific template for complete balance with over double the scratch lines from stock templates. All listeners when purchasing a stud kit can get a free install kit, a $30 value. Visit fasttrack.co, add both products to the cart, and use the coupon code SNOW at the checkout. That's fasttrac.co.
They'll have a question.
Alrighty, good evening, everyone. Tonight, it is the night we are doing the 2027 Skidoo in-depth review featuring the famous Simonar Sports and Luxemburg, Wisconsin.
Right on.
So we got
and I got changed into a dog. we ran into a witch hunter and put a curse on me. So here I am. They won't let me go until I buy a new Skidoo.
Oh, it's not like that. Oh, jeez.
And I'll hop back into the driver's seat. Hold on here.
Come on,
puppy, get down. Go down.
Go.
She's going to knock over all the lighting.
Operation.
Go down. Go down there. That's how you dismount.
Okay, bye, Pepper. Did you close the basement door?
Okay, go. No, I think she can get up. Whoop. There we go. She's wrecking the place. Wouldn't be the same. We heard so much about seminars. I don't know if everyone has heard so much about seminars, but every time you go out with Jacob, that's all he talks about.
Pepper, get out. Go. Get. Come on.
And I do just got to say, Drew, we're on live. We're here.
I know. I'm trying to deal with the dog. Come on. Let's go.
I do got to say thank you, Seminars, for the hats. Outfitted the crew at Heydays with these cool hats. We really appreciate it. It kept us not only out of the sun last year, but do you remember the rain, Massart?
Yep.
It kept my hair nice and dry over that time. So.
Same.
Yeah. So who we got there, Jacob? We got Massart there. Everybody knows him. Introduce your gang there.
Right next to me is one of the owners of Seminars itself, Dino Simonar, and then his daughter Emily.
Nice, good to meet you both. So, Dean, how long has Seminars been around?
Oh, we got this original dealership in '64. So we got sleds in '66, but we were a dealer in '64 for parts.
So, and I think Jacob said you're one of the first or the first dealer in U.S. Is that correct?
Well, right now I'm the oldest dealer in the United States underneath the same last name.
Oh, cool. Right on. And what does that get you?
Not a lot of pull with the BRP family. The new regime does not look at age.
Yeah, true. That's sad, though. But what has been some of your fond memories over the years as being a dealer? Especially, it must have been interesting to hear your predecessor stories about starting the business and watching those first sleds roll in.
It was a lot of fun because I remember back in the early 80s when I started working. So I went through the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s stuff in the shop, and then I got stuck in the showroom back in 2020 or 99. So I've been in the showroom since 99.
Really? Anything interesting that you see? Like, what has been your favorite era since the 80s of sleds that you've seen come through the doors?
You mean working on triples?
Oh, really, eh? The 809s?
809, 779s. Don't get me going in a whole mid-90s series.
We do want to get you going on the mid-90s series. They
don't make them like they used to.
No, that's very cool. And Emily, how long have you been in the business?
I started working here in 2018.
Nice.
Somebody told me that I had to go work for someone else before I could work for him.
And did you?
I did.
Yeah,
I didn't start working here until I was 20 years old.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
That's actually smart, because a lot of times when family's involved, that they just walk through the door and it's sometimes a mistake, right? Like they don't have the knowledge and expertise, so let someone else do the training somewhere else and then bring you on board, and maybe you can share some insight of what you learned at the other place as well, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. You build the work ethic at somewhere else because you get more in trouble, and then you come here and then you slack off.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that's good.
Dean, at least she's honest.
Remember, I didn't hire her, my brother did.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually a safe bet too, right?
Yeah, I can't fire her because my brother hired her.
Yeah, true. Let him fire her, let her down easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many Simonars are working there?
9.
9? Wow.
There's only 2. Or no, 8.
8.
8? Right on. 2 brothers. So is there, how many brothers, Dean, how many brothers do you have, or sisters and brothers? 1?
Yep, you met my brother David, and I have a younger sister, Deb.
Oh, right on. Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah, that's very cool. And how many people are at the dealership? It is a big dealership?
We have 11 employees.
And
Oh,
8
wow.
of them are Simonars.
Yeah, but
cool.
that's a pretty tight shop, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've had the same shop literally since 2017. So these guys are getting so much experience, and they see all of the ones or twos of the issues. So yeah, they're pretty great back there.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I think Jacob's always said it's awesome to walk in there because you're dealing with the owners, right, every time. So I guess with that type of ratio of Simonars, and it's just such a good homey feeling when you go in and everybody treats you well. Like that's something he's always said.
Yeah, and the knowledge.
Yeah.
The knowledge they have is, I mean, you go to any dealership that's a newer dealership or whatever, and bring them a carburetor off of a 1968 370 opposing, or the motor itself because somebody mixed the oil wrong and blew it up. Yeah. Are they going to have OEM parts sitting on a shelf ready for it to be rebuilt?
Most dealers wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'd shake my head no pretty quick at that one.
Yeah,
They did it for me, and that thing runs like a top.
Yeah. Well, I've seen some of the stuff that you've got, and you've talked about stories from there, from that, and we're going to get to that. Like Drew said, the classic snowmobile collection, and it's like a time capsule Simonars, and
every time that we hang out with Mastart, we'll be talking about old Skidoos, and he'll go, "Oh, Simonars has got one of those in the crate, or they have one with no mile, or they got one in the collection." Like I remember, I would start talking at launch sessions last year about the Elite when they came back out in 2004. And Mastart said they had one of those, and I was like, "That's insane!" Like,
yeah, there we go. Craig Dean says Simonars is the best.
He was just in here.
Yeah, he was.
oh, that was the guy. Was that the guy that was there on camera?
No,
That's David. So
That's
Craig
the
is
other
Wisco's neighbor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right on.
Yep.
Perfect. I just bumped your volume up. Pat said that he couldn't hear you guys very well. So in the chat, let us know if they improve as we go along here, and away we go. So are you guys excited about the 2027 launch?
Well, somewhatly. I mean, we're a lot of bold new graphics and an RR motor.
Oh, there's
We're
a few
liking
other
the
there's a few other things that we've uncovered there. We're gonna get to that. Drew's put together a little slideshow. What do you know about that RR motor?
Well, it sounds like they based it off the 850 and put the second set of injectors in it.
They did.
So basically, it's going to be a baby 850.
Yeah. Well, I actually drove one. We did, both of us, about a week ago. Week and a half ago, I guess it is now. And it sounds different.
Very small engines,
Yeah.
mono Ontario.
It doesn't
it doesn't sound like the older E-Tech. There's a little bit more of a ring to it, like a traditional two-stroke.
It's got like a grunt in the bottom end when you get on the throttle. It's pretty nasty sounding. Like they're not lying in the marketing when they're just talking about, oh, it's got like a new sound. It does. It doesn't sound like mine at all. It sounds really killer.
Yeah, perfect. No, I thought it was cool. The one thing that Drew commented on when we were riding on the weekend, because he's riding the older 600R, and it's something we didn't say in the video, is that the fact that the Gen 5 is so darn smooth. Like, you don't get any vibration in the handlebars. Like, it almost feels like
I forgot what a Gen 5 Radian 2 sled felt like, because I've been on Gen 4s for so long, and I only get like 20 seconds every time I get to ride a Gen 5. But it was just like, it almost makes the sled feel slow, but you're going just as quick or faster, right? So, yeah. Still love that. So like that was my point with that sled. Is I think there's
all the world the difference. The fourth motor mount they used in them, that is a very big evident thing that they did that makes it worth it.
Yeah.
That's
the thing. So I hope that people that have 600Rs, maybe Gen 4 600Rs that are maybe looking to upgrade this year. I think that it's just for that alone, the smoother chassis on top of the more power and the new features like the 10.25 with group ride and all that kind of stuff. But
well, I actually had someone comment on that video, and they're coming from an XS 600 E-Tech.
Oh.
And they asked me what it was like, and I said, well, if you're going from a 600 E-Tech in the XS platform to the Gen 5 600RR, you're like stepping up like
10 years.
Huge, right?
10 years of technology of chassis.
But the power too.
Yeah.
And you're going to be way less oil, way less oil and way better fuel economy with the RR. I think if you're going from the Gen 5 600R to the RR, it can't be that big of a jump. Like, have you ridden one, Dean, yet?
No, I have not. I've not got the throttle one.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be interested to hear someone that's actually got seat time on both the Gen 5 600R and the new one, because that's...
the problem with us, too, comparing them is we brought, like, in the video, we brought mine to Larry's, but we didn't unload it. And even after, he kind of said, oh, I wish we would have done it, but I said it wouldn't even really been a fair comparison. That was it was at 98% break-in, and my sled's got a clutch kit on it, so it probably wouldn't even have been a fair comparison. And I'm studded and everything else, so it wouldn't even have probably been a fair comparison, but I would really like to try a 600R Gen 5 and compare it to a 600RR Gen 5.
Yeah,
that's what the true difference is.
You've got the Power Block 80 clutch on yours too, which is kind of different, but I'm wondering if that would make up for it, right? But yeah, it's I think if you're my fear is, and Dean, like, have you been selling a lot of them, the spring orders?
Spring break it's starting to come around nicely. It's just, everybody's still riding a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think my fear is that if you have an 850 right now and then you go, I'm going to get the 600RR because it's getting touted so much out there, that you're going to be solely disappointed, right? But I think if you have a 600 and you go up to that RR, you're not going to lose.
Friggin' Robert Reinhardt, what can be better than an XS chassis? This guy, Master, tell him to put the beers down. I don't want to go through this like I did at Lodge Sessions where he said the XS chassis is the fastest chassis made. I don't. Riley's in the chat. Riley, control your dad. Tell him.
Control your dad.
He rolled over 14. I think he's at like close to 14,500 miles on an untouched 800 E-Tech.
That's awesome.
That'd be 21,000.
That's the Blizzard, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
21,000 kilometers. If there's any Canadians with a converter in the chat.
And that just shows you that lady-driven sleds last longer.
Yeah. Never seen full throttle, I heard. Oh my gosh.
It might have this weekend when I was giving it a whirl when he was on mine.
You're gonna, because he wants you to blow it up for him, so you buy him a new sled, Massart.
Yeah. But yeah, Dean, getting back to that 600RR, like Larry's at a demo day and it was pretty much booked the whole day. And that's the thing is, like, there was people coming from 850s and they get off and go, well, it needs an 850. Well, it would be an 850 then, dude. Like, but I really hope people don't try and I mean, it's all right to go from 850 to a 600, but you have to expect there's not going to be a comparison.
I dropped, and I was when I bought my 600R this season, I was actually like, man, I should have just drove to Quebec and bought that backcountry 850, and this is going to be so dumb. I'm going to be so slow. I'm going to just be the back of the pack. And it was the first day on it. I was like, oh, this is fine. Good and snappy. Front end's nice and light. It does the wheelies. It plays in the powder. It does 100. I've seen 158 on the dash. Was what
kilometers.
I got. Kilometers an hour.
Miles an hour.
That's on a pretty much ice lake. So 100 miles an hour is what it will basically do. And I'm like, that's fine enough. I don't need any more.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Rob the Oil Guy, Dean, wants to know if you guys have a 68 Skidoo Eagle.
68 Eagle?
Yeah.
What's he?
He sent me a picture of the Eagle. It looked like it's got a shaped front end on it.
Oh, that's a twin engine.
Yeah.
High speed that was done in West Yellowstone.
Yeah. He sent
two
a picture.
motors inside there.
Yes, that's right. It had a goofy front nose on it. It looked like an Eagle.
Yeah. No, there's actually two air-cooled 640s inside that chassis.
That's cool looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
I do not have one.
No.
Was it still running?
Very
That's
rare.
very
That's
rare.
fantastic. Yeah, so I just did the conversion for the Canadians. 14,000 miles is 22,500 K.
Yeah.
So that's impressive on an 800 E-Tech. Holy crap!
Yeah. Mike Galitz had a 2016 Blizzard. It's still running. Craig, who bought it from him, has 22,000 K on it.
Tim Weiss has got it right. Drew, you need to make the right friend and ride a demonstrator unit all next season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if there's anybody that need a rider on a 850 or 600R Lynx, let me know.
Yeah, 14,150 miles Rob Reiner has on his Blizzard. So
Nice job, Rob.
we got a picture in the fan photos. I had Denon send it in because he posted a great post last week about hitting 20,000 kilometers on his 850. It's a 2022 850 MXZ.
With smart shocks?
With smart shocks. The only thing he ever had was a Bendix on the starter that he had to replace. And that's it. And it's been a solid sled. It's still going. His season's not over yet. It was 20,000 and he was on a saddlebag trip, so who knows what he's got on it now.
I keep telling him that he needs to go buy lottery tickets. He goes on solo saddlebagging trips on that snowmobile with. I wouldn't do it on a sled over 15,000 K, let alone with now at 20. And
22,000.
He's got rides planned. He said he's going to try to go to Cochrane or maybe Quebec for the end of the season. He sounds like he's all.
Yeah.
He wants to keep riding.
And my 850 hit 19,000 kilometers on our ride on the weekend. So
there's nothing lady driven about that sled.
No.
That's lucky to get there, in my opinion.
Like, what do you guys think as far as the reliability of the 850s? It's pretty insane, isn't it?
We run into stuff here at that 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 miles on 17s, 18s, and 19s. You know, and those weren't the most bulletproof ones to start with.
No, right.
20 and up, yeah, they're pretty bulletproof.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how reliable they are. Like it's
now ours has had. We've done the injector in it. Just rebuilt the primary. Actually, really,
that was my mistake.
We did the rollers on the secondary too, and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah, we did the rollers. The primary was rusted out because I left it in the trailer. You know, it could need a track, but it's got more life left in it.
Studs are worth the price alone. Anyways,
my sled's for sale if anyone wants to buy it.
Yep.
$5,000. Come and get it.
We can negotiate. I did tell them though, wait, $5,000 Canadian, but I did say we'll negotiate. We do have accessories on the sled that we kind of want to keep, but we could negotiate the accessories into it, minus the bumper, and really just the bumper is the only thing that I want to keep off that machine, because that was a gift from B Power.
Vet Fan says, think about going back to an MXZ from my backcountry XRS. Will not give up the turbo. Was pleasantly surprised with the consumption of ice fluid.
Yep.
What do you guys think of that?
Well, sea level and you mean bug juice, I call it?
Yeah.
I haven't had any complaints on my comp guys, but it's all wide open throttle. That's when it consumes, bug juice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other factors too, like temperature and all that. We had Corey Jinks, Skidoo ambassador, said that he felt like when he did a trip up to like Northern Ontario after the first couple weeks of owning it, once it was at a break-in, and he said like when it was minus 30 degrees Celsius, it was barely using any at all, even at wide open throttle speeds. So if you can keep those intake temperatures low, it doesn't really need it anyways. So
it all goes off of intake temperatures, the temperature prior to, so the bug juice doesn't kick in until it hits a certain degree temperature, and then it ramps off of that. Yeah, I'm just impressed with the power that these companies like Hurricane and Precision are pulling out of the 850. That 270 horsepower tune is wild to think about.
And Massa, our buddy Adam Barta's on here. He says, hey, Gary, Drew, and the Skidoo fam, I got my Kool-Aid here, and he drank 2 glasses already.
Adam, you're early. It's next week for the Polaris guys.
That's right, exactly. He's camping out.
Yeah, he's getting his spot ready.
All Terrain TV said he almost called Dean to help diagnose my sled's running issue, but I figured it out 2 days before my race.
I must be talking about his mock.
Nice.
Because he has an 809, doesn't he?
Here's a good question, Dean, from Sled Tube. He asked, what percentage of sleds sold are 2-spoke versus 4-stroke?
4-strokes are starting to make a comeback because the Yami guys are starting to look for new iron.
That's true.
That's a good point.
So 26, I took that upon myself to make sure I had enough 900s here to accommodate those guys.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I think a lot of the Yamaha dealers, they still had inventory, right?
Their here was pretty thin.
Yeah, they actually are selling out here too. I don't know that there's many Yamaha dealers with any leftover, new or used. So I know my wife's place, they're a Yamaha dealer, and they sold their last Yamaha Sidewinders. That was over a week and a half ago. So it's they've been selling fast. You know, I think they still have a big fan base, you know, so who knows what'll happen.
Oh, yeah, this is a 700, not an 809. Yeah. That's right. Those things are sweet. I'd love to find one of those at Heydays, a Mach 1 700. That'd be like the sled to bring home.
Ron Kessler says 99 MXZ 500 rotary valve S chassis that he put on 18,000 K on a never touched motor.
What?
Yeah.
You put 18,000 K on a 99 MXZ 500?
That's awesome.
Wow. Still in one piece. Asking for a friend.
I don't think so. I've seen Ron walk. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an S chassis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just put 50 miles on my 99 this weekend just for fun. And I can tell you what, there wasn't many bumps, but you felt every bump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you were nice and you let your sister ride your Gen 5.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Tim Weiss is an ex-Yamaha tech guy. He says if Yamaha tries to come back after their customers are on a Skidoo now, it'll never work.
No, they've burned that bridge. It's done for.
Yeah, no, it's...
And now I think with, Polaris not doing big turbo 4-strokes and Articat not updating the chassis, really, I think if you're looking for a new turbo 4-stroke, it's just Skidoo's the only way. It's the only option, really.
Yeah. Ron rode it for 14 seasons, he says. Attaboy.
Yeah. Did you buy it new? That's what I want to know. Did you actually own it since 99? Was that like a new purchase or?
Cole Brodiker. That's freaking cool. 2,000 kilometers on the VMAX this year. It's sitting at 13,000 K now. Nice. He's getting some miles in. I'm actually working on the video where we actually rode with them right now as we speak. So
I got to get that guy to Bayou Park Marine to get some triples for that thing.
That's right.
Me and Phil Molto will go there and pick him up.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. So, hey, listen, while we're doing that, let's do a roll call here. Sue's in the house, and we'll...
Can you click a little top fan button for me?
Where's that one there?
Oh, geez. You're going to find it this time. I'm going to point it. Look at that. And then just give me the mouse control. You can just have your drink. Take a little break. Okay, in the chat tonight, we got Jay Durin, Olive Garden Gnome, Craig Dean, Iron Moose, Rob Overholt, Pat Yegakick, Seabrod, Adam Barta, Sunset Trail Rider, Riley Reinhart, Sled Tube, Vet Fan, Mike Gulitz, LaPointe Skate 100R, Tim Weiss, Rob Hilditch, All Terrain TV, Ron Kestel, and Robert Reinhardt. Thank you, everybody who's in the chat tonight and said hello so far.
And that is brought to you by... Tired of dealing with worn-out carbides and scratchers that just won't scratch your itch?
You deserve better. It's time to upgrade your ride with Quali Pieces. Quali Pieces is the leader in specialized snowmobile accessories, bringing you innovative products that solve the everyday problems we all face on the trails. From their durable, long-lasting Carbides, Trailblazer ice scratchers, to their ingenious roller ski, Quali Pieces has redefined quality and performance. Have a taste of their specialized Carbides at qualipieces.com and take your snowmobile to the next level. Where's Trail Link spot? Out on the trails, connection matters. That's where Trail Link comes in. Trail Link is the off-grid buddy tracking system that keeps your group connected even when cell service can't. Quickly find and notify your crew if you need help with long-range performance up to 10 kilometers on open ice and 1 to 2 kilometers through hills and trees. Trail Link is built on a mesh network that links up to 20 riders with a long-lasting battery and a bright display showing group connection and alerts. Trail Link keeps you connected when it matters most.
Glad you're all right, buddy.
So brap on over to traillink.ca, TRAILINK.ca, and use the coupon code SNOWBRATS at the checkout, and you'll receive 25% off your purchase.
There we go. And we actually had a couple of new Trail Links sent to us, and they're essentially the same, but I got Jacob's favorite color here on mine.
We can't say what we were calling it, the color.
Bubblegum.
Yeah, we'll call it bubblegum.
But anyway, these ones here, what's different about the old, from the old ones is they have built-in GPS, so you do not need your phone on these. And it's pretty cool. So the difference is if you use the built-in GPS on this, the battery is used more on it. So it doesn't last as long, but it still lasts 2 days. If you don't use the GPS but use your phone GPS, your phone battery is going to be drained more. So it's, but again, you can just clip this on, or if you have a buddy, you can throw it in his glove box and you can track them without having a phone or the actual signal screen.
And maybe one day we'll actually do, I'll get in the chat and I'll be able to like screen share this. But if you go here, now on the new version, this is just, we have the beta of Trail Link here. I can load an adventure because you can actually now save your rides. So you can see the little purple line. There's our little trip up in Mattawa this weekend, which is pretty cool. Now you can save your little breadcrumbs for later and even easily load them and they'll stay on the unit. So if you want to follow an old track line you did, then you can easily do so.
And they're going to make that shareable for friends too. So
yeah, which I can actually already do. If I go to profile and load it, I can actually hit the little iPhone share button.
Yeah. Elder Santos, what's up, everyone? Thanks for fixing my trailer again. It's got me lots of places this winter. Sunset Trail Rider says, I'm not going back to Yamaha. Love them, but Skidoo's is light years ahead. And that's true. But pick a winner tonight for Trail Link.
Last show.
We have to talk about that.
Last show.
Yeah. But yeah, there you go.
Not quite. We got a few more to go.
Yeah. So anyway, the...
Look, even Tim Weiss thinks we should have Troy back on. I agree.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to get him back on. I actually sent him an email. Cat has new stuff in the works. Maybe have Troy back on before the season's end to pick his brain. We'll try and do that. We got Polaris next week, and I'm hoping for Cat third week or just ending the season there, and we'll see what happens. You guys have any questions for seminars? Be sure to throw them up. I'm just seeing if I missed anything here. Yeah. Love the gear, Gary. There we go. Anyway, yeah, so seminars, what do you think about, what do you guys ride? Like, what's your favorite sled, Dean, and yours, Emily?
Well, hold on. That's a loaded question. What do they ride and what is their favorite sled is actually the question.
But of the lineup, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, you can answer two ways.
It could be two different. It could be two different sleds.
Sure.
Because I ride a 600R, but the Lynx Commander is my favorite sled, right?
You start, Dean.
Yeah, don't look at me. I'm still driving a dinosaur. I got a 22 Mach Z.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
That's not a dinosaur.
I love that sled.
And I got an 05 Mach Z.
Sweet. Well, that guy Tim Weiss that's in the chat, he actually runs the 05 Mach Z's.
He's got
two of them.
One of them is actually a prototype from BRP as well. It's really weird. It's like all white and it's all silver panels with all white graphics. That's a really cool looking sled, but it's a prototype.
Yeah. And Nick Simonar says, what's everyone's favorite vintage snowmobile? He wants people to post in the chat. Emily, what are you riding, and what's your favorite of the Skidoo lineup?
It is Snowmobiler. My favorite vintage sled is one that he made up, and actually, like, around here, we can bring our sleds to school for like one day out of the year. And here I am bringing, what is it?
73 640 bronze Nordic.
Yep.
Nice.
And then on the side, it says beer run assistance.
Nice.
And then it has a orange strobe light that keeps going, and it actually strobes faster the faster you go.
Are you
Yeah.
serious? That's awesome.
Yeah, the principal came out later that day, and I got in trouble because it had beer assistant on the side of it.
Oh,
so that
no.
was fun.
Nice.
And we named it Tollmater.
Yep.
That's cool. You'll have to get pictures to Jacob so we can show that next week.
All right, Jacob, the guy with the most sleds. What are you riding now? For the chat that doesn't know, what's your favorite sled?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, vintage or new?
Well, what do you ride? Tell the class what you ride now.
Your new one.
I'm a 23 Smart Shock 850 Renegade.
NA.
NA. Very keen on the NA part of it. Basically just updated the front end on that thing to the Raz RX with the RX skis, and studded the living crap out of it. A little porting, polishing to the head, little tune, little different head, little pipe, clutching, TKI belt drive, V-Force 3 reeds, running it as stock as possible. And yeah, love that thing. Favorite vintage? I guess, I don't know. For me, vintage goes in two classifications. You got modern vintage, which would be the 80s and 90s, and then you got vintage, which is 60s and 70s.
That's true.
And I love my 99 HO. The things, the styling, the look, everything, I love it. And then older stuff, I'd have to go with, I don't own one yet, but I will. TNT, like a 72, 71 TNT.
Nice. Yeah. Dean, what's behind you there, flanking each side of you? Can you tell us what those are?
These are actually 1975 245 RV race sleds.
Right on.
It's the only production ever done that you could buy at the over-the-counter, cleated track, no window, and it had a headlight.
Yeah.
So down here, these are holy grail kind of units, because even cores are bringing ridiculous money.
Yeah. And you're going to let us take those out when we come down to that area next winter?
Now, these are trailer queens.
Yeah, for sure.
Oiled up, and they'll never see gas through them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, those are one-year wonders. That's the only year they ever did it.
That's awesome. Was that the only year they put a headlight in the front of them, or did they do that on a few of them?
Well, it's a headlight to the left, and then if it was a Michigan version, it had no headlight.
Yeah, that's right. That's the ones that you always see around here is no headlights.
Those are Michigan units. Those are for the I-500 stuff.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Tim Weiss wants to know if. Sorry, go ahead.
I finish.
In 76, they had too many of these left over because they made 2,500 of them.
Holy crap.
And my father bought a semi-load of them. And we selling these things as trail sleds with a 2-gallon gas tank.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Well, that's all you need in Wisconsin to get from bar to bar anyways, so it's fine.
2 gallons is plenty.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. Tim Weiss says, ask them if they remember the 08 prototype mock that he has. Do you guys know any? And he says he's always curious to get info on it from the people that knew it.
I didn't know they ran an 08 model.
Well, 07 Mach Z was the last year of production.
Yeah, and he's got a
Here, actually, I just pulled a picture up on Google. It's really weird. They're silver. And I don't know how many they would have made, but he has one in his possession.
And it's an 08.
08, yeah.
Yeah.
With a 1,000 SDI.
With a 1,000 SDI.
Yeah.
They must have thought they were going to keep making them and then decided to pull the plug at some point.
Maybe that stayed in Canada only, then come into the U.S.
Oh, that could be too, right?
Yeah, because there's a
Yeah.
lot of that.
Yeah, there you go.
Because remember with the Heritages in 02, they made a Canadian Heritage and they made a U.S. Heritage.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you guys actually, yours says O2 Salt Lake City on it, and ours doesn't. It just is just yellow and thing. It has a weird like gear icon on it.
Tim says they made 4 of them.
4? Jeez.
Yeah, that's cool. Would you take 50?
Would you take 50?
It's kind of like the, I think it was 09, they made a 1200 Summit.
Really?
They only made, I believe 3 of them.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. That was a very low production, modern sled, low production number.
They must have wanted to go after the Yamaha Mountain Max crowd.
Yeah, wow.
That'd be
Yeah.
a handful. Those things are pigs.
Yeah.
So, and Dean, we're going to see that we have a lot of vintage sleds in your, like you have almost a museum at your store. Do you sell a lot of used like the old vintage parts? Like, do you have a wrecking yard kind of thing that you deal with, or do you have access to the unobtainium out there?
I have a warehouse full of OS parts from the dealerships we've bought out over the years. And
Wow.
they're categoried and stacked in a warehouse.
Really? So
New
if anyone's
stuff in
and you sell them, like, so if anyone's looking for vintage parts, give you a call and you
we
see.
do some of it. Most of it's for our own personal collection.
Oh, okay.
And then we do work on a lot of vintage stuff because there's nobody around here that'll touch them.
Right.
So we've always got 2 or 3 of them here of customers that we work on.
Very cool. I think in your area, more people daily ride the vintage than they do here. You know, I like when we go to Heydays, and I'm blown away by the sleds that you can get, and like stuff you don't even see, like 65 Olympics. There's tons of them, and there's none here. You know, it's very rare to see something like that here. And you go to Heydays, you can see 3 or 4 of them, right? Like it's pretty crazy, and I don't know why that is.
No, there's a lot of vintage floating around here because it all ends up in a barn.
Is that right? So what we'll do is we're going to get into the pictures right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's some that the fans have sent in, and then we've got lots from Simonar. So we'll go through those right now, and away we go. I think we've got all the ad spots taken care of, so we can just get right into this.
Pretty early on that.
Yeah. We're organized today.
Yeah, so we'll just fly through what we did the last week. We got a couple good rides out on Wednesday. We got our Cowbell Brewing redemption ride type things, and on the way we stopped at a large amount of clubhouses along the way on the route I made. So just a couple pictures of that. And then on the weekend we headed up north to our cottage to do. We went from our cottage and headed south. Down the D Trail, Bracebridge, Gravenhurst to Swiss Rabbits, and then down through Aurelia back up to Cast Iron Restaurant. There's me doing my best Phil Moultle trail maintenance impression there. It's a nice, real nice spot there, Swiss Rapids. If anyone hasn't been, it's a really cool thing to check out. And then we did Mattawa's Explorer Snow Tour on Saturday. Friday was Swiss Rabbits, and then Saturday we did Explorer Snow Tour. So these are just some of the different lookouts along there. If you haven't done that up in Mattawa, it's about 220K day. There's 10 different points of interest. Mike Goulich's Motorsport channel has a video up. If you guys want to check it out, we're going to have our video up probably towards the end of March if the scheduling kind of works out. But we're probably not riding much, so a lot of video editing can now get done. But yeah, there's a couple of spots. There's Dad doing his best Skidoo Ambassador impression there.
And that's when I rolled 19,000K is on that bridge. So actually, All Terrain TV asked Seminars, do you ever plan on displaying the vintage collection again? I remember checking it out maybe 2015.
It's possible and doable because we've been working on small museums between the 4 warehouses.
Very cool.
Yep. This bridge is pretty interesting. It actually is, if you look, it's got ski guides laid down on the bridge, which I thought was kind of cool.
Most of them were busted up and dragging up the trail, though.
Yeah, I took one. The Qual Pieces Mission Carbide took one with it as well, so
yeah,
took one for a ride. And then this is just my BRP Go screenshot of my kind of my statistics for the season. So I don't know if we're gonna ride again. That's why I thought I'd take these pictures now. But 2,860 kilometers, which is pretty good because I missed a whole bunch of weekends I could have rode. You know, December usually we do Halliburton, which we didn't do. and then I missed Cowbell and an additional ride with him in early January. So to only have a month of riding, and I did 2,800 kilometers, it was pretty good. And that's just the odometer at the end of the season in the old 2018.5600R, 14,849 kilometers, and he's just over 19,000 on his 850.
Yeah, and I did over 3,000K this year. That's good.
Okay, what do you got?
I'd like to get out again.
What do you got for...
William McCleary says he was up on the snow tour in Mattawa last week, which is cool. Yeah, very cool. It's one of my favorite spots to ride. I noticed, I seen on Instagram that Outdoor Hobby Guy was up there with Mike, and I said, Mike took you on a great set of trails there for coming from Quebec. It's Ontario's Quebec.
Mattawa has no more snow than when I picked up my sled at the middle of January, which is the only thing that sucked about that whole thing.
Yeah, but they had good trails when they went. We did not. I was saying to Mike in his comments on his video that him and Steve, Outdoor Hobby Guy, must have actually blown out all the trails for us. So yeah. So what do we got? Glenn Green, he was on last week from Cane's Quest. He's one of the directors, and he sent me this after the show. He said, dang, I wish I would have had this an hour ago. This picture. So they had a good time. The winner of Cane's Quest that won this year was the same guy that won last year. So same team.
Yeah, Skidoo Backcountry XRSs.
Yeah. So very cool. Who's up next?
Well, it's Mr.
Wisco Sledheads. There we go. So I have to apologize. He sent these last week and I didn't see them. He says it was another nice weekend on the snow. It was 55 degrees Fahrenheit Monday. Trails closed, and here we are this weekend. Mother Nature is one nutty bitch.
We got this one in last weekend. I remember this photo. I don't know what happened there.
Okay, 270 smiles for me this weekend. Even had a run-in with the local sheriff. Got let off with a verbal. All it took was sexy eyes to bat the eyes a few times, like a get-out-of-jail-free card. Yeah, he says there, the one time he talks me into a night ride, he gets caught by the cops. He said he's just shy of 1,800 miles this winter and should roll 7,000 miles, 11,265 kilometers by the end of the season. He even had the 01 Grand Touring out. He logged just short of 100 miles on that. That was a picture of the one-night ride. He can't wait for this coming weekend, and then a Michigan trip coming up. Right on.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so I think that was last week's message, so he's probably already done that.
Denon.
And then Denon, I asked him to send me these pictures because I think we were talking about it. He rolled 20,000 kilometers on his 22 MXZ 850 with Smart Shocks. And like I said, all he had was a Bendix on the starter that he did and some routine maintenance. And he said it's his favorite sled to date, and it's taken him places that no other sled has taken him. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, so I had him send me in a couple shots, and we already talked about the reliability of the 850s, and I think it's pretty impressive, man. You got to be proud of that, because most two-strokes would have been in the shop many, many times before that mileage. So All Terrain TV says, hey guys, I got my fast track studs in the day before my race. I also find out why my sled had a stumble at 7,000 RPMs. It was bad O-rings onto the needle and seat. The sled had great traction compared to last year, but now I'm having a hard time cornering. I came home with a second place trophy though, just because there were only 2 people in the final lap. 10 lap Ironman race, haha. Some other photos of me of some cool sleds from the radar runs and our 200X that I blew the head gasket on during some fast laps in the ice ovals.
Hey there, look at there's his sled right there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, very cool. There's a 200X.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were EX, but I must be
no, 200X.
Look at the quad racer in the background.
That'd be fun on the ice, that thing, man.
And Patterson? Doug
Patterson says, Doug, Chris, and Derek were out from Awesome Ride, Listowel to Shelburne on February 26th. It was mint. That is mint. Mm-hmm. So that's the 26th was Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah, very cool. And Iron Moose says, the first pick, if you zoom in, you can see 3 deers. Was going along at 80 miles per hour and they jump out in front of me. Very close call, LOL. And there's a few pics of a local club doing snow drag races, no classes, just line up and go have fun. We did not race, but we had fun watching. Last Saturday, we went to check out our land where we hunt and hang out in the fall. Switch out batteries on the trail cams and had fun doing some off-trail riding. The last pic I stole off my son's Facebook page. It's a cool pic he took in the field next to our house Sunday night. Yeah, that's awesome, that sunset. So thanks for sending that in. Yeah, and away we go. And now it's Simonar's turn. So here we got a picture of the inside of their showroom. You guys are sitting right on that carpet, I think.
Yep.
Pretty sweet. And how big is your showroom? Like how many square feet?
14,000.
So it's a big dealership.
We tried.
Biggest one in Luxemburg.
Yeah, the biggest one in Luxembourg.
Yeah, there you go. Do you have much competition in your area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have, within an hour of us, you could go to almost 5 different dealers.
Really?
That's crazy.
So, Emily, in your mind, what do you think makes seminars better than anyone else? Why should people come see you?
Mostly the service. It's, like I said before, we've had the same guys working for so long. I mean, half of them have been here since they were 18 years old, and now they're in their 40s and 50s. So they've seen every odds and ends of issues. So something that could, like a newer dealership might be able to like play around with it for a week or two, we turn everything around within a week.
Oh, that's great. Especially with such a short season, you get people back out in the trail.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, look
There's
at all the
another
side-by-sides lined up in the background, too.
Yeah, very
corral
cool.
back there.
So you sell you sell all season stuff. What's your favorite season?
I mean, me personally, I like water.
Yeah.
The Skidoos, the personal watercrafts, the boats. I mean, I own jet boats. I have my husband has a personal watercraft, a little Spark.
Right
and
on.
That's, during the summer, like you will catch me in the water.
Very cool. And here's some shots of the museum pieces. So this is one of your storage sheds, is it?
Yep.
Yeah,
Dean?
that's one of my warehouses.
Very cool. How many vintage sleds do you have? I wasn't sure if this was Jacob Massart's garage or Simonar's here.
No, I cannot even touch what they got. They got more in that one picture than I got total between me and my dad. So.
Yeah, and these look like kind of rare pieces.
Yeah, if I took a full head count, I'm close to 300.
300 sleds?
Mm-hmm.
Holy, you're talking the ones at work, right? Like you're not talking about wrecks and stuff, right?
Fully contained units, yes.
Jeez.
Contained.
Yeah, Lepoinski says that's incredible. What a dealership. Wow.
That's one of 4 warehouses.
Holy cow. So what, anything stick out in your mind when you're seeing these pictures, Dean? Like any stories with any of these sleds?
Actually, that roll right there are what I call my trailer queens. That's what I take to shows. So 3/4 of those are full restos. And then I got a full set of non-restos, which are non-touched, fully originals.
Wow.
So I kind of mix and match.
Now, when you talk about restoring some of these things, is there any tips you can offer our fans?
Be very careful with paint codes. And there's a lot of aftermarket parts that are being reproduced, which Goose over in Minnesota does a really nice job on some of the stuff. Rubber components, major stuff. But my biggest thing is when these guys overdo them.
What do you mean by that?
Well, better than factory.
I got you.
Massive gloss on the hoods, massive gloss on the tunnels.
I see. Is it better to find the original stock parts versus a good aftermarket part, or does it matter really at the end of the day?
It doesn't. Like in my case, if I'm judging, I can't tell the difference between a original windshield trim or a Goose windshield trim.
Oh, are you serious? It's that close?
It's that close. The stuff you do catch is like the snorkels on the carburetors, air boxes. I mean, right now they're reproducing gas tanks, which is nice because there's not a lot of 40-year-old gas tanks that are still good.
Yep. You're talking to guys that we do vintage dirt bike stuff, and it was the gas tank for my bike is unobtainium, and we had to track one down, and it wasn't easy. and it was expensive, and I did have to make a trip to the States to go get it.
Yeah, plastic don't live very long when it's 40 plus.
No. Well, and that's the thing. My Nordic, a 69 Nordic, it needed a tank, and I got it out of Quebec, but it was hard to find one. Throwing Spark says he likes the black dot.
Yeah, I've got a couple of black dots, 399s, 320s. That was 70 and 69.
Right on. All Terrain thinks for drivers, just go new, he'd say.
Oh, my 779.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's a nice triple free air.
Yeah, the clutch only fell off once.
I remember that.
It was 112 miles an hour, and the clutch wanted to come off the end of the crank.
And that's an oval. This is set up for oval racing, is it?
No, that was grass, and then we converted it to ice.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, she was a GR.
Sweet. And what does it kind of do in a quarter mile, or what do you run, 600 feet or?
We ran 700 feet and it ran 112.
What? That's
pretty
awesome.
Yeah, that was 2 passes. And in the third pass is when the crank broke off the end of the shaft and went rumbling around inside the chassis.
Oh, no.
And we got it on video.
That's great. Yeah. That thing probably, what's that weigh? That can't weigh anything at all.
Oh, it's a tank.
Is it a tank?
Oh, yeah, that 3-cylinder triple in there it's a big chunk of aluminum.
Yeah, but there's no fan moving parts. I guess you've got 3 pipes there, though, too, right?
You got 3 pipes. That's a jack shaft sled.
Yeah,
Plus it's got a reservoir track on it.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
The last time we fixed it, and it went right on the shelf, and it's not coming off.
Yeah, that's funny.
That cost way too much the last time we drove it.
Man, that must be loud as hell, too.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
I like All Terrain's comment about the last photo here. Pull that up, the third one up right at the top.
All Terrain TV says, how do you get them up there? Forklift? I need to start stacking my junk.
Yeah, we have a forklift with elongated skid, and you just set it on the skid, and you just slide them into the racks.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, works really
Perfect.
good.
Craig Dean says, my son and I rode with Jacob Massart, Nick Simonar, and Wisco, all hardcore riders. Awesome guys. They are awesome guys. I rode with Massart and Wisco, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, Massart's good, but that Wisco guy's a little shifty.
He seems to run into the back of Skidoos all the time. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard he doesn't hit the brakes a lot.
Yeah. Steel or aluminum tunnel on that Blizzard that we seen back there?
That's aluminum.
Is it really? Right on.
Steel front stub, aluminum rear.
Yeah. That's wild for the year of sled. Does it run on race fuel?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's 110 only.
Yeah. And how do the chain cases hold up is another question here.
And they actually hold up very well for what we put to it. You know, 'cause that's got Polaris secondary and Polaris primary.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, the original stuff would never handle what they had stuck in that motor.
Yeah. Perfect. Cole Brodiker says, would they use bale spears to stack their sleds? There you go.
You just put them
Put them right through the hood.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and lift it up. There's 2 Machs. Mach Z, what year is that one?
That's a holy grail. That's a 93.
93 780.
Yep. First year production.
That's sweet. It looks new. Like, how many miles are on that thing?
That we did a full restoration ground up.
Oh, okay. That's why it looks so good.
Yep. That's a fiberglass hood, original motor.
Sweet. What are you using to shine them? It's got a real...
That one got painted. That's a fiberglass. We had it gel coated and clear coated.
Nice.
So is that what you're talking about? You shouldn't go too shiny with that stuff?
Yeah, that one we just did a little bit overboard just because it's a holy grail.
Yeah, it looks really good.
It's got to sparkle like a diamond.
And then the other Mach Z behind it, 2022, is that your daily rider there?
That's my driver.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I always said I got the first and the last.
That's cool. Yeah, right on. The I see you put a taller riser on that. That's one thing I felt the Mach Z was a little low. Did you change your seat out too?
No, that's stock
No,
seat.
I
that
left,
is-
I left the fat guy seat on it.
Yeah.
I find it too plush.
Yeah, that's thing. I think
I like the
new-
XRS seat, the nice and stiff one.
I got my butt on one of those new Skidoo adjustable seats that they launched for the 27 parts, and I think it'd be perfect on a mock.
That seat I actually got to try one out this weekend. We were up in Wetmore, Michigan, and they did the Lynx ride up there.
Yep.
So we got to actually check out a lot of those accessories too, and I would say that seat's a pretty cool thing. I mean, for a shorter person or whatever, or even a taller person, right? You can adjust it, you can move it. It's pretty easy. You get a little bit of storage. It's pretty
Yeah.
neat
Yeah, you get storage like the mountain seat has, where it's underneath. You can like put a belt or a pair of gloves underneath the seat, which I like.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like, for you, Jacob, you're tall. I think you'd benefit from something like that.
If you got the high up one and then
Right.
jacked up the seat, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All Terrain TV wants to know if he can still get an oil pump for his 97 Mach 1 700. He's blocking it off in the meantime. What do you think, Dean?
Keep it blocked off would be a good thing for that.
Would it?
Mixing gas.
Mixing gas and oil on a big triple like that, unless you got the cases ported, is a very smooth move.
Okay, great.
Good to know.
There you go.
That's good to know.
Yeah, see, great tips here.
Because
Telling
that's a 97 Mach 1 700 is what I want to bring home from Heydays, I think, this year, Mass Art. If I can find one of those, or
You can have the 7.
huh?
I'm looking for the 8.
Yeah. Or if I could get a nice 670 Ho down there, that'd be worth bringing home too. Because people want like $3,000 for those here.
There's one that just popped up that's pretty clean around my area for $1,300.
Wow, that's they give the sleds away down there, man. It's
Yeah.
awesome. You guys are lucky.
Yeah. Oh, in my warehouse.
This is snow.
Look at these. These are so these the ones
Yeah.
on the back. The ones on the back wall there, the very top shelf, second, third, and fourth one. Favorite year. They look like cats with their ears pulled back. You know.
Yeah, but look at the very first one. You see the red one?
Yeah.
Guess what that is, Gary?
It's an enduro.
That is an O2 Lynx 600.
Yeah,
Oh, is that
that's
what
a
that
Lynx.
is?
I was thinking that too, just because the hood shape, and you can kind of see the. I was trying to pick out what the name on the side was.
That is awesome.
Actually, I have 2 of them.
What?
I have 2 600 Lynxes.
Did you import them?
No, that was the test mule from BRP in Wausau.
Really?
So in 02, when the Rev came out, they brought over 3 of them. They brought an 800 and 2 600s, and they ran them against the Rev beaver tips in 02 for all the Vic rides.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yep. So one of them I got through the dealer network, and that one I got through Wausau as a test mule.
Very cool.
What? That's wild.
So-
Rob Strauss from Rob's Performance in Johnson Creek, he's got the 800.
Right on. What was this? Was the suspension different? Like,
Yeah,
what was different about it?
They had the PPS skids in those, right? By that point, the Paul, whatever the heck, suspension, right?
The rear suspension looks like a fast suspension, 2 big monoshocks.
Yeah.
And then the front end is actually the same setup with great big crossbar across the 2 shocks.
Well, yeah, look at how the
wild.
shocks are very pointed down, like where, like, you know, you think of the normal like Skidoos look like this. They're like,
Straight up and down.
yeah,
That's
that's
very
a
long
wild-
travel.
And I see you got Wisco Sledhead sled in the front left there. If you can see this weight up, it says on the windshield.
Oh, my 300 citations.
Yeah.
I have a pair of those. One of them we have the stock 300 in it. And then the other one we horn shoot a 503 fan in it.
Yeah, it's sweet.
I see. Is that in the background in the dark there? Is that a Can-Am bike sticking its head out beside the sleds there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got quite a few Canyon
What's that?
motorcycles.
Is that an MX-6?
No, actually, that's a 77 250 Black Widow.
That's a Black Widow back there.
Woo, nice.
The other one is a 77 175 Qualifier.
Oh.
Dang, that's awesome.
That one I got plates on.
Oh my gosh.
How many bikes do you have?
About 20.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we got to stop in and see you guys. That's awesome.
I've got some 400 MXs. I got some 175s, 370s.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen one Black Widow, and it was at the Can-Am 50th anniversary event they did at a local moto track here, and it was just kind of crazy to see that bike because it's kind of infamous in the motocross world for vintage bikes. So,
Oh, it's nasty.
Yeah.
I've heard that they're just unrideable because the power there's nothing. It's like, but it's like bad because the suspension couldn't handle the power it had at the time. Like,
After my restoration on it, I made one lap around the building, and it went on a shelf.
Yeah.
I call it a light switch. That's all
Yeah.
it is, a light switch.
yeah, amazing.
I couldn't see someone driving that. That thing is hilarious.
Josh Harnett says the brown one looks like my 72 Nordic 640.
73 actually was the bronze.
Is that right? Right
Toe
on.
Mater.
That's Toe Mater.
That's
That would be
Tomater.
Tomater.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. It does have an orange light on it on the front. That's great. So that's what you rode to school, Emily?
Yeah.
Very
Yep, I
cool.
see here, and I got yelled at.
That's freaking cool. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Mike
collection.
DeJulio says great sick collection. What are we ordering for 27?
And Dad, is that sled to the right of the white one? Is that what we picked up for like a day? That silver sled?
The MX.
Yeah, the MX, Formula MX. Yeah.
That might be
Or is that newer than the one that we bought? Now, we bought a Formula MX 470.
yeah, for
He had it for less than 24 hours because he planned on riding it on the trail after he sold his junk 800 Rev. And then we ended up, a guy sent him that was supposed to go see the sled that he bought, ended up messaging him on Kijiji and asking if he could buy it from us. And we told him yes, because he gave you like 500 more or something.
No, it was 100 more.
Oh, 100? You sold it for 100 more?
Yeah, I got it. I paid $450, and then when I was driving home, he messaged me and said that, hey, you just got that sled. I wanted it for ice fishing. I'll give you $550. And we were just chit chatting. He goes, at least you get a story with it or something that you can say. So I just said, come and get it. And then we couldn't get it started, and we finally got it started. Made a video, and I was kicking myself for selling it. It was crazy.
That's an 87 MX up there.
87. Okay, yeah.
Oh, maybe it was an 85.
Yeah.
It was.
Mine was older than that. I
Yeah.
think. That one's newer. Yeah. The white one beside it, is that were they SPs?
That's MX.
No, what's next to it? That's a 91X.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, 91 MXZ
Yeah.
X 470 with a carpet rear suspension.
Sweet.
Nice. And what's the sled next to the mock that we can't see? It looks like is that a 96 next to it? To the left of what would be on
That's
the
a
shelf?
Formula 3 by the look of it.
95 and a half F3.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can
That's a
tell by the,
Silverstone.
Yes. Yep.
yeah, by the striping around the headlight.
Yeah, but that's a 95.5.
Yeah.
The ones.
95.5 Silver Tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things were said to be bullets for that class.
That's a Sandcast motor.
Yep.
Yep. Same with the 93 Mach Zs. Those are Sandcast motors.
Oh, is that right?
Nice.
Yep.
And what are the trophies from different shows that you've entered these things in?
Yeah, well, actually, those are radar runs.
Oh, right on.
We had in the back left corner, there's a pair of F3 96s or 86s.
Yeah.
Those are race sleds.
That's awesome.
Well, F chassis.
Yep. Very cool. Great collection here.
Yeah, that's wild.
Oh, there's that.
There's that free air again. That's cool.
All Terrain TV asks, is there anything special about the revs in the back?
Oh, in the back?
440.
Yeah,
The 440, is that the 1000 next to it?
I got the last year 07 440 Snow Pro,
Nice.
and then I have a Holy Grail 07 144 151 Summit R motor in a Rev chassis.
What?
Right
So
on.
it's a 07 Rev platform with an R in it.
Very cool.
What?
Yeah, there's a good question from Michael DeJulio. How much does this collection cost to insure?
That's a long story.
Yeah.
First, I have to find someone qualified to value them.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah, very cool. This is so I'm glad you sent this picture in because we came across a Rev this weekend, and I said to Drew, "That looks like a James Bond issue one." And I don't think you knew what I was talking about on the comms.
You started and you said something like I heard that looked like a James Bond. I'm like, I don't even know.
And this is a James Bond edition. Yeah, tell us about this, Dean.
That's an 03 Beaver 600 HO James Bond.
What the heck?
And it was in the movie. The James Bond.
I know.
What movie was it that it was in? What's?
I think so.
Which one is
they
it?
had these sleds in it. Well, they had Revs, and then they brought out this edition. And there's not many around. I know Team Vincent has one.
Team Vincent actually has one?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dave's got one. But do you know how many were made of these? Is it a limited run or?
Oh, well, there's probably, I couldn't tell you the exact number, but I know it's under 1,000.
Yeah, there you go. Wow.
Jeez. Yeah, that came to me in the back of a pickup truck and in a basket.
What?
Seriously, it looks good.
In a basket.
So did it not look this good when you got it?
Oh, once I gave it a wash job, didn't it look that good? And then I kept on going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So are those the original decals on it, or do you have those redone?
No, that's all original.
Right on.
Look at even the seats
All the
got 007 on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were a cool.
Seats.
It was a dang cool sled, man. I think it was neat.
I actually found the original windshield in Danner Sales and Service in Minnesota.
Is it chromed or something? The windshield looks really has almost like a design on it.
It's chrome.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's what it came with stock originally, and I found that at a dealership in Minnesota.
With the big mirrors on it too?
Yeah. There's another
the
picture,
big
another
mirrors they
angle.
added.
There it is.
Oh yeah.
That's a better shot of that windshield. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause remember, that's a mobile window. That moves with the handlebars.
Oh, that's right too. My 800 did that as well. Yeah. Yeah, and it always leak around if you lost that plastic piece, you get air leaking around it. But yeah, it's pretty wild. Love that.
Yeah, I think Brett Dean might be correct with Die Another Day. I'm trying to remember what Bond movie came out.
I think.
Die Another Day was later than 02 or 03 when these sleds would have been.
Yeah. What engine?
No,
is it?
600 HO.
600 HO. Yeah.
Yeah, 600 HL carb.
Yeah.
Very
They only
cool.
made that one way that time.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a better shot of the Lynx Enduro.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's my Lynx.
That's a
Yeah.
cool sled.
That little kid's toboggan too they're pretty rare and they're expensive. There's one
They
at
fetch a penny.
Yeah, there was one at Sledorama here, and I kicked myself for not buying it because it needed a ski. And I left it, and I was thinking afterwards, I could have 3D printed a ski for it. You know, like it's one of those things that I could have fixed that thing, and I think he wanted $60 for it or something like that. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't expensive either for what it is.
Yeah, that was late 80s, 88, 89, 87, I think it was.
Yeah. So that 600 Enduro Lynx, does it stand up on the tail or what?
Oh, yeah. There's nothing holding it down.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, that's a big coil-over rear skid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lynx just had that all figured out. It's actually kind of crazy to think how long it took us to get those in North America.
Yeah.
Considering how popular they really are. I see, like the first year, I don't think we saw that many 2022s, but now it's like every group, it seems like a guy's got a Rave or an X-Train in their group.
Yeah.
At least up north where we are, where there's a lot of off-trail riding, people love those sleds, like the 137 Raves.
Yeah. All Terrain TV thinks you have his neighbor's Can-Am 250 he raced, he believed, last year. He said his neighbor raced what he thinks was a last year Can-Am ASE 250 that he had in his collection. I'd love to see it. Dick is how I got into bikes and was a mentor to me from a young age.
Dick to Shadow.
Oh,
Right on, see?
Dick's got a
I know
shadow?
who he is.
Yeah,
Yep,
cool.
I have his bike.
That's awesome. And Michael DeHulio goes, this just reminds us all of how long Skidoo has been dominating.
Oh, that's how long
Yeah.
Simonars has been dominating. Look at these
Yeah,
blocks
that's
here.
right.
Got some hardware.
Yeah.
That is a sliver.
Yeah, that's
Literally
just,
a sliver.
that's
of what
just
they
some
have.
of the national awards that we were getting.
Yeah, cool. 2011 National Dealer of the Year, 2009 National Dealer
07,
of the Year,
04,
07,
11.
04, probably more current than that.
Yeah.
That's just one wall.
There's a better shot of the bikes and the.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Is that? Oh, that's a Millennium you got there on the left there, isn't it?
Yep, Chrome 700.
Yep. Very nice. And then, see, that's what that guy has up north that has the Gen 5 with those graphics from the Mach 1. That's what are those, 92, 93s? Something like that.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then, of course...
93 Mach 1.
Yep. And, of course, a big 1000 SDI. Are those the modern Skidoo LED handguards on that?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Awesome.
They put good handguards on it.
Yep.
I tried to bring it into the 20th century.
Yeah. So do you actually ride that, like, on the trail a little bit?
I do.
Oh yeah.
I do. We got an 1.5 inch ice ripper on it.
Nice.
So if you go up to the top row there, what's the one beside the white Elan with it looks like a glass panel on the hood?
To the right.
That's actually that's an Elon Blizzard.
Really?
That's a 70 Elon Blizzard.
What?
Never seen that in my life.
No.
What's under that panel on the hood? Is it a headlight?
No, that's the motor.
You can actually look in and see the motor?
Yeah, you look right in and see the motor. That's actually a screen.
That's wild. That is wild. And so then beside that, is that a Citation or a Safari beside the Mach?
To the left of the Elan, right of the Mach.
Oh, 25th anniversary.
Oh, so SS25. I want one of those.
Yep.
I actually want one of those.
Would you take 50?
With a 460. They had a 462 in it, right?
462.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the next year, we just called it a Formula SS.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, they were nice. There was one that a guy had posted. It was on a trailer, and it was going to Sled-O-Rama, and I messaged him because he said everything was for sale in the trailer. I think he wanted $1,400. Yeah, it was $1,400. So then we didn't actually get to Sled-O-Rama, and then somebody was doing a video. I think it was Redneck Dirty Hands, and he went by the trailer, and it said $400 on it. And I messaged him and said, "Did you sell that sled at the show?" And he said, "No, I didn't." And I was like, "Okay, I'll give you the $400 for it." He goes, "No, it's $1,400. I go, "I just seen the video. It had $400 price tag on it." It was pretty bad. Like, it wasn't in good shape, but that's kind of where the conversation ended, unless there was two of them, but I doubt there was. Yeah, and you know what I also like, Dean, is you guys would have it as the, we had it as the Olympic edition, and you guys had it as
we just talked about those.
Yeah.
No, theirs was the Olympic edition.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was.
We had them as, what were they?
Millennium.
No, not Millennium. What were they actually called? They had a weird name here. It was Olympic edition in the States. 2002. Salt Lake City.
Yeah, 700.
They were ketchup and mustard.
Yep.
They had a weird name. They had a really interesting name from here, and they had you guys had like almost like a. I'm going to use the word Polaris Star. You know what I mean? Like
it's a gear. It's a Bombardier.
But ours is the Bombardier gear here.
Yeah.
So in 2002 they made the Summit.
Yeah.
And they made the 700s. And they made a US 700 and a Canadian 700. And then in 2003 they took all the ones they had left over, and they turned them into Heritages.
Yeah. There you go.
They changed the seats, and they changed the pans. So I got a black belly pan, black seat.
Yeah, cool.
Here.
Elan Blizzard, I think, had the 300 single in it. Is that right?
Yeah, they did that way. They did 340 twins, 340 free airs. It was supposed to have a big single free air in it.
Oh, that's wild. How many? Nick Simonar says, how many of the vintage do you drive yearly?
The ones that are on the ground, so I have to take them off the shelf.
Yeah. And Cole Brodericker wants to know, is it like beer where the Canadian 700 hits harder? Cheers,
That's a good one, Cole. That's a good one. That's actually good.
Actually, the guy we seen on the trail years ago said that he doesn't know what they did, but that 700 in his heritage was the fastest 700 he's ever drove.
They go.
Yeah. And this is a nice 440.
Yeah. Silver tunnel, white pan. Or gray, I guess.
Yep, quartz. They call
Quartz,
it
yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Is this a 94?
95 440 rotary.
Okay, nice.
Robert Reinhardt said he's looking for Dino's 83 Citation SS. Told me that he has 2 of them.
And no, Rob, you can't have either one.
No,
He's
you
not-
tell him that you
he-
don't have them.
I know he's after one.
Oh yeah.
No,
No, he won't buy one.
he's looking for them. He's not buying them. He doesn't get off his wallet. I'm just looking for them.
This is a nice one, eh?
Yeah, this is real sweet.
72,400 for a year.
I can't believe how much checkered flag they used on these things.
They used a lot.
Yeah. 400 free air.
Yep, point ignition, 2 Tommies on it.
Nice.
That's a 1-year, one-hit wonder.
Crazy, right? I've never seen one of these before either.
Oh, Motorama.
Yeah.
No, where were we?
Yeah. So that sled looks like a race. That mock is a race sled. Look at the skis on it.
Yeah, that's your asphalt.
That's my blacktop sled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We raced that in a quarter mile down at Con Raceway.
And
What did it pull?
121.
right on.
I could get more, but my driver got tired.
Yeah. And it's high. Like it's not like the new drag sleds you see where you're laying right on the pavement. The thing sits like a stock sled.
Did all you do is just like swap the track, swap the skis?
Track skis, and then we just got done putting a set of crankshaft pipes on it, and then a programmer.
Nice.
Very cool.
So she was a little tuned up then.
A little. It's just funny to watch something drive down the blacktop when you're driving a snowmobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. What about that panel truck in the background?
That's my rat rod.
What do you got in that?
That's a 1951 3/4 ton stretched panel van.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, no, there's a 350 in there with a 4-speed Muncie.
Nice.
Nice, bud.
That's
And then
freaking
We don't
awesome.
have a picture of the back, do we?
No, we don't.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, this old one in there.
Yeah.
In the back of that, when I do the shows, there's actually a 72 650 triple in there.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
in
cool.
full patina from back in the 70s.
Right on. That's classic. Is that a Simonar's truck or is that just something you picked up for fun?
No, that was I found that actually about 40 minutes from this shop sitting in some guy's backyard.
Really?
Yeah, it originally was a plumber's truck.
I love that. And
The
then
guy
you had,
was pulling logs out of the woods with it.
yeah. So is it actually the original frame and stuff or did you drop that body on something else?
No, I left it. Kingpin front, straight bar, original frame, original tin.
Yeah. Throwing Spark says that patina panel truck is sweet.
Tim Massart says Rob needs to spend some of that money soon. Admit he definitely does.
All Terrain TV said only the Blizzard had checkered flags on it from what he understands. Is that true?
That would be true, I almost would have to say, because my stock 71 is 71, yes. 72, no.
Yeah. And
72 would have any checkered on it.
Tim Weiss thinks the checkered flag was reflective. Is that right?
Not that I've ever seen. I've always just seen black and white.
Yeah, okay. They don't reflect with the headlights on them?
Maybe some guys do.
Yeah, it could.
Do some checkered things on them, or like with reflective, but
Yeah.
unless there's some special Canadian ones that had reflective strips on them for
Yeah.
1 year or something. Whatever, Timmy.
Robert says, you guys are killing me.
Tim, hey, Jacob will like this. Tim Mastert says, I believe Wisco put sleds in his van too.
We actually did, and I started it on the way to Luxemburg. We were at my dad's shop, and
In
driving
the
down
van.
road, I was sitting on the sled and started it up while we were in a van. It was a good
Yeah.
time.
All Terrain TV says, do you have shorter coil springs in the front of that rev for racing? For ice racing?
Oh, for blacktop? Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
It's slammed.
Yeah.
There is no motion on that one.
Here's a better shot of that enduro. Oh.
Yeah, and Tim also says, and this is better, he says you need to get Levi LaValle to drop out of the panel van in the city, but I think you should get Massart to drop out of the back of that panel van in the city.
If you only could see what's inside the panel van.
Yeah.
What a shoot.
Yeah, so look at where the actual coilover is mounted.
The coils are mounted to the A-arm, or
then,
not really an A-arm then, but the arm of the...
Yeah, but like right directly below the tower, and then...
And it's straight up and down, like you said. I wonder why they did that.
More travel.
Yeah. Oh, that's true too, right?
More travel, and it wouldn't necessarily corners better, but I think it'd have better bump steer if they were like that too.
Did you ever ride this far? Like, did you ever trail ride it, or is it just
Did not. My second one was driven by a couple relatives, but I never got to throttle it.
Yeah.
I love the graphics on it. Very cool looking sled.
It's really neat. Yeah.
Just so interesting how it's similar to the new Lynxes, what parts are carried over from Skidoo to, like, what parts are carried from the Bombardier to the Lynx and vice versa, even to this day.
But the suspension is totally different.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, the headlight is the same, but the hood looks completely different. Those bumpers are relative. I think the bottom pan is the same as an O2 Skidoo.
Yeah.
But everything else is so different in terms of the handling of the machine.
Yeah. Dean, have you ever had this one appraised?
No, not offhand.
What do you think it would be worth?
That's a good guess. I have no idea. That there's nothing else to compare it to.
It'd be whatever someone would be willing to pay for an already imported Lynx.
Yeah, because even Marchbank doesn't have one. And I mean, his collection's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is how do you put a value on it? But it's got to be worth a fortune.
There's a guy in the North American Lynx group who imported a later 2000, so like the Rev, whatever they called it, but like a Rev chassis Lynx that he had since like the early years. It was I don't know if they called them Boondockers then, but it was the mountain sled. And he even said he thinks it's the only one in North America for those years. It was like an 07 or an 08 with an 800 in it. So I don't think there's a lot of these around. If you say there's only 3 of these ones and they're brought in by Bombardier, then there can't be many other ones around.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just so cool to see them. And I think now it'd be worth more now that Lynx has a footprint here because people know what it is.
Yeah.
But anyways, another great shot of the shelf. This is what I need to have one day, but it's gonna probably have dirt bikes on it instead of sleds. This would be great. A lot of good units on this shelf.
Yeah. The one middle shelf on the far left.
I wanted to know about the very far middle shelf, far right, one in from the very far right that says Mach on the hood.
The white Mach.
That's an Anderson chassis mini Mach.
What?
So
look at where the steering is.
In '86, we didn't have a mini Z, so Skidoo made 12 of those.
What?
And they had Anderson chassis builders build them. So there's actually a 49cc 2-stroke single-cylinder motor in there.
Very cool. Mini Mach.
And the chain drive.
Man, that's wild.
Where would you even find stuff like this? Like, how does this come into your possession? Like, how did this just fall into Simonar's lap?
River that time, and after the race at Eagle River, my father made sure it didn't leave Wisconsin.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. Like, is he making offers that you can't refuse kind of thing to get these, or are people willing to part with them after a race like that?
Well, those situations, that was more or less with his, being in the business as long as he was, people were kind of grateful to give it to him.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it would go to a good home.
Yeah, that's true too, right?
Yeah.
What do we got here on that yellow one? Is that an RV as well, or what? No, that isn't. That's a 7500, isn't it? Blizzard.
The very far
middle
left.
shelf on the far left. Yeah.
That's the far left.
Middle shelf, far left.
That's 76 250 RV.
Oh, is that right? Is that what that is?
Yeah, 76.
Yeah, because you can see. Because look at the big mouth.
Yeah,
it isn't it?
That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's still in full patina, just the way I got it from the racer.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of these sleds are like that on this shelf. Do you do you like to keep them organized over there?
I like to keep them original because, anybody can paint and polish.
Yeah, true. But these look in great shape anyways.
Well, that's the one next. That's a 1990 i500 sled.
Yep. Very cool.
So is this something that when you retire, you're going to sell every one of them and then give half the money to Emily and her husband, and then you're just going to retire, or what's the plans here?
If I ever disappear off this earth, it's their responsibility.
And I have a running thing with my brother. He gets all the snowmobiles, I get all the cars.
Yeah. We haven't even scratched the cars yet. That's awesome.
Oh gosh,
that's very cool.
Is that all the pictures they send in for you?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay,
that's wild. I definitely got to stop in and have a tour of this showroom for sure.
Well, if anybody has any other questions about the Simonar's collection or old sleds, then get them in the chat. We'll stop because when this opens up.
Yeah, Pat said the Bond sled looked like a pregnant Yamaha Inviter. Yeah.
Because now we're going to talk new stuff, guys.
Yeah, so Drew's actually compiled some shots of some stuff from
and I got a list.
He's got I
got a list.
Don't say you haven't been warned.
Because my theory with this last year when we did it with our previous engagements last year was basically because it was a kind of a year just like this. There wasn't a lot surface changed on these sleds, and if you just look at the sled on the base level, it's bold new graphics. But there's a lot of little changes that they do make from year to year. So I think this is a good review, and some people may not even know some of the changes. Like, we'll get into it, but one of the changes that I've been talking about, I told my dad today, was that Lynx has actually recalibrated all the rear skids to be stiffer again, kind of like back in 2022 and 2023. They kind of softened them up in 24, 25, and they had bad feedback from riders, so they've gone back to those stiff skids. That's just an example of something, unless you go and read the full brochure, you're never going to see. But
yeah.
So there's always more than just bold new graphics. But I think fittingly, we're going to start with the boldest sled in the lineup this year, which is the 2027 Freeride, which if there were to be a sled that I was going to order this year, if I just, as much as I don't have mountains to ride, I would just want this to look at every day.
Oh, God.
I would love to go in my garage and come out and look at this ultraviolet snowmobile. The ultraviolet and the orange is such a cool color scheme. When I saw this in the launch video, it was like, holy crap. And if you remember, Dad, I called this too. So
yeah,
you guys know this at Simonar. Skidoo likes to pull from their color palettes and vice versa of all the brands. So Skidoo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am, they kind of swap their palettes around every once in a while. And I said, I bet we're going to see the 2025 GTI 130 color on a Skidoo. And that's what this is. It's the purple ultraviolet color from the GT. I think it was GTI SE 130s had this color. And I was like, we're going to see that color on a Skidoo this year, and that was my prediction that I got right. Everything else I said was completely wrong.
Yeah.
I was thinking we were going to see a 146 trail sled turbo from Skidoo, kind of like an X-Terrain, but from Skidoo, and we did not get one of those. I thought maybe we were going to get a 650 or 670, kind of close. We got a 600 RR, but
yeah,
this was my only prediction that was right. This is why it's also my favorite sled, but so Freeride kind of went on a diet again and is ready to party. So this sled got a shorter tunnel and shorter heat exchanger. It also got twin link steering, a narrower ski stance, so it went to 34 from 36 inches. And to help with shaving some weight, it also got a new track option. It gets the Powder Max Extra Light 3.0 track. So with that, it also gets larger rear wheels and effectively makes the skid a 147 instead of a 146. It's 14 pounds lighter than the previous model year. And another cool feature of this is the pre-installed adjustable limiter strap with what they call business and party mode.
Yeah,
so they say that you put it in party mode when it's time to play, and business mode when it's time to get down the trail. So I think that's a pretty cool change. Another thing they did, which you can't really see unless you had a comparison, but the seat on these sleds as well as the XRS seats also got a redesign as well, but they've done a redesign of the seat, kind of changed some of the angles of it, made it a little bit shorter. It tapers inward more as well to help move around the sled. And all the mountain sleds, with the exception of the Neo models, get the new KYB coilover rear suspension. So, which is pretty cool. You get the KYB Pro 40 shocks all the way around on this sled. And also the T-Motion now has a factory installed lockout. Before you had to go to aftermarket brands if you wanted lockout kits for these, which is pretty cool. And another addition is mountain sleds also now switch to aluminum upper A-arms. This sled also has a 10.25, 4.0 gauge options. It's got the 850 or 850 turbo engine and can be 146 or 154 trail lengths. And if you're boring and for some reason don't want the ultraviolet purple, you can also get it in black.
There you go. That's for MV3380, who said it was LGBT edition.
Come on.
It's so sick and that it's chromed and everything. Anything to add to that, Dean?
No, it's a pretty sled.
Yeah, it's wild. Do you sell a lot of free rides and off-trail mountain sleds?
What was that?
Do you sell a lot of the free ride or the off-trail backcountry sleds? Even mountain?
Not a ton of them, but I still, a quarter of my inventory when it comes to spring breaks are usually specialties.
Cool.
Yeah, a lot of BCs.
Yep. Oh, and then another thing which I didn't put, which I thought I did, but it's the fact that this sled also got a shorter riser bar as well as comes the bar pad installed rather than a big grab handle, which I think is cool from Skidoo because that's been kind of a trend that we've been seeing with the aftermarket guys. A lot of people are switching to those Cheetah Factory Racing bars, the really low slung, wider mountain bars, because we're kind of moving away from that, gaunt riser bar era where everybody had the big ape hangers on their mountain sleds, because these things are so maneuverable, you don't need to have that extra leverage. It's more comfortable to have a shorter riser bar. So I think that's kind of cool to see Skidoo kind of adapting from factory.
Very cool. Chris Watts in the house. He says, hey, everyone, sorry he's late.
Chris, you didn't miss any. Well, you missed the vintage stuff, but we'll be getting to the sleds you like just shortly here into the Renegades.
Formula 3 did the purple first.
That's true. That is true. I hope someone wraps one like a Formula 3. That would be sick.
That'd be wild. Yeah.
Yeah. So here we got the Summit Expert.
Love
another
orange.
spring only. Yes, another color, which I'm very happy to see, which I kind of said maybe we'll get the orange from the Spark Tricks, the 26 Spark Tricks, but it's not really the same orange, so it doesn't really count. But this one also got the new shorter tunnel and radiator. Now an option on the Summits is to have the 32-inch ski stance, which that's the part of the Expert. Aluminum upper A-arms, same as the Freeride. It's got the new Pilot DS4 skis, same rear skid with the T-Motion lockout with the coilover rear suspension. This one only has Pro 36 shocks, EA3s instead of the Pro 40s. Comes in orange crush, timeless black, or airy blue, which will show that airy blue color because it's also a nice, I got a picture of that one because it's also a really nice color. A 10.25, 4.5 gauge options, and then this comes as an 850 naturally aspirated, 850 turbo, 154, 165 track lengths. I think this is a really good combo. We're gonna get to the trail sleds that use this same color later, and I don't think they look as good as this because they have too much black on them, but this is a really well-balanced color. It's kind of a flip-flop of the 2022 free rides, is really what it is.
Yeah, right.
Where they were that really nice tan color.
Dave W's in the house. LOL. He just got back from a ride. Right on. Are you
Heck yeah,
riding
Dave
locally?
W.
That's cool.
They also, Drew, you missed, they also lightened the S module on these Summits this year.
Oh, cool.
Oh, actually?
Yep, that's all they shaved the extra, I believe, 4 pounds out of them this year is small things, and that was one of them.
Very nice. Huh. Thank you, Massart.
Good thing you knew that.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Like, I checked articles, I checked the Skidoo spec book, and I watched their.
They said that in one of the videos that I saw.
Okay.
That's
cool.
why Massart's the Simonar's top sales guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So then here we have the Summit X, which this is the airy blue color, which you can also get on the Expert. Yeah, that's a really cool one. The airy blue with the yellow. It's probably gonna be more blue in person than this. It probably just looks gray because the Skidoo model configurator isn't the most perfect representation of the color, but this one has the Pro 36 Plus shocks. That's the difference from the last model, so you don't have the adjusters on it, but you still do get the same shock really at the end of the day. There's no T-Motion lockout on the X. Has the wider 34-inch ski stance. And this one also has ultralight track options, 3.0, 2.5. Same colors. This does actually come in the orange as well, if you are liking that orange crush. The orange crush, airy blue, tons black. This one doesn't have the adjustable brake lever, which the Summit Expert does. Same gauge options and same engine options. So 850 turbo R, 850 NA, 10.25 or 4.5 inch gauge. I really do like this color a lot. I don't know why we haven't got really like a gray like this in the trail segment. We this year the colors in the trail sleds are obviously, we're gonna get to that, are pretty cool, but they've been doing these like they had the Catalyst gray, Neo gray, and now this kind of airy blue, and they keep all the cool colors to the mountain guys. So
I love the pop of color on the skid and the toe.
Oh yeah, and this is the exact same thing, right? So this is the Summit Edge, which is basically like an in-season version of the Expert. So these are not spring order only, which is pretty nice. Again, Pro 36 shocks, no easy adjust. DS4 skis. This one does have the adjustable brake lever. This has coilover suspension with the T-Motion lockout. 4.5 inch gauge only, and as well as being 850 NA or 850 turbo engine options. This one's pretty cool with those little orange. That's that flame orange, or I think it was called, from last year, and then the mix of the airy blue. 154, 165.
You got any mountain riders in your customer base there, Dean?
Not really. The boys that go out west are mountain guys, but most of my guys are boondockers up in the UP.
So they're more. Are they more backcountries and free rides then?
Yeah, backcountry tree bouncers. Yeah. Then the boys will load up on sled decks and they'll go out to Idaho.
Nice.
So I got a group of those guys.
That would be awesome.
Michael DeJulia says beautiful sleds.
And before we get to the next the next Summit model, we got to talk about the new engine from Skidoo this year, which I'm sure everybody's heard tons about, the 600 RR E-Tech, which just really quickly, this is a whole thing. So if you ever, later you can maybe pause it and look through all this stuff. But the basics are, it's got 5 more horsepower, revs to 8250 RPM, which is a little bit higher, I think, than the rev suggestion on the old 600R. 130 horsepower, 20% faster throttle response. It's got a new signature sound, they call it, which we were talking about that earlier. It's got a really throaty bottom end grunt to it compared to the older 600R. This, using the new eco mode feature on it, uses 20% less oil and 5% less fuel with their new XPS Max oil.
Yes.
Which is coming out for the model year 27 as well. And then this includes Smart Eco Mode with silent stop technology, which has been a really touchy subject on social media with a lot of people. To sum it up, basically it has, what most modern cars have. You come to a dead stop, holding the brake, engine shuts off, let off the brake, engine restarts, and you go. The thing about the Skidoo, which is nice, however, is that it's a turn it off and it stays off feature. It does not re-engage itself every single time you restart the unit. And even then, it would only ever activate if you wanted to in eco mode. And this is they actually have a little bit of an expanded write-up on that versus when they first showed the motor offs. They must be getting one too many bad.
I think what Paul Prudhomme said about it, though, makes sense, is that when you, where it's handy to have that auto start stop is when you come up to a stop sign, you want to talk to your buddies, you pull the brake in, it shuts down, you can have a conversation like this. Let it off, starts up, and you're on your way. You don't have to hit the start button, anything like that. I think that makes sense, right? What are your thoughts on that, guys?
When I was up in on this ride they had for Lynx, they had an RR up there.
Yeah.
And they were very adamant about that fact right there, that you can turn it on, turn it off. Like, everybody's freaking out because, why do you have it? Thinking it's like auto on every single time you should turn the sled on. It's broken hard into the sled. If you have it off, you'll never have it on. You'll never have to worry about it. You don't, anything like that. I mean, I feel like there are places and there are people that are going to appreciate it. And at the same time, there are people that don't want it. But that's the nice part, is you can turn it on, you can turn it off.
Yeah, I love
there's
that.
the other thing people say is, I'm sure, Matt, you're in all the Facebook groups too, is there's this comment which is like, nothing is a free feature on these things. Well, it is when they didn't change the price of these from the 600R. The Sled's price, because I was speccing 129 MXZs before these came out and after, the price didn't really change. If you want to talk a few dollars here and there, maybe a couple $100 is all that it changed. You're still getting 5 more horsepower, more snappy response, and less oil and less fuel.
Yeah.
So it's basically people just it's the people complaining we're never going to buy one of these things anyway. So I don't really see why it matters.
I think that's the truth of the matter right there.
I got to remember that.
That's what it is. If there's negativity towards something, it was someone that never wanted to buy one in the first place.
Yeah. Michael DeJulio says lots of orders for the RR so far.
A lot of people have been saying they've been picking them up. So.
And Vet Fan 1967 said there's only so many start cycles in a starter motor.
But it's mostly the simplicity of it, because if you're going to stop and talk to a buddy, you're going to hit your kill switch and restart the machine anyways. It's the fact that you don't have that extra like thing of having to hit the button. It's like quick. So if you're going to use it a lot, it's quick. It's no different than if I go to talk to him on the side of, or someone that I don't have comm with on the side of the trail. I'm shutting my machine off anyways.
Yeah.
So.
Chris Watson says he loves that feature. So many times he had to shut the engine off to talk to his buddies.
And then you fumble with the kill switch.
Yeah. How do you think, Dean, like as far as a dealer and a service-oriented place goes, like what are they doing to alleviate? Does it use a starter, or is it more like a shot system that it's using to restart the engine?
It's going to be a shot. It's going to be a starter system that the ECM is going to have to tell that solenoid to kick out.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
Because I highly doubt they're going to put shot on a 600RR.
No.
Then somebody's going to have to start it in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I didn't know whether it had a traditional starter and...
No, you can hear it in the videos. Yeah. It sounds like someone hitting the start button when they let off the brake.
Yeah. It's traditional starter and stuff like that.
Yep. The starters are they're good on the newer Skidoos. I mean, we've been having some starter woes, but we're buying used starters, so you have to replace the starter on the sleds anyways. Maybe Den and Sled doesn't have the original starter on it. That's one of the things he replaced. Right. So even if you're not using it, so I don't know. Yeah, Tim agrees with my statement. Anybody that's being negative about it was never going to buy one. So
no, that's true.
Anywho, so this is the Summit Adrenaline. This is the first sled in the lineup we're talking about today that can come with that new 600RR motor. This comes in the Arctic Desert color scheme, which is a pretty sweet color as well for this year. Available, I think, on pretty much every single Adrenaline line that doesn't have like a Blizzard or an Enduro package. This has the older DS3 skis on it. 146 track length option actually on this, which is pretty cool because that's typically only a free ride option now. 34-inch ski stance, 2.5 3.0 tracks, 600RR or 850 NA, 4.5 gauge only, and that's the thing we were just talking about. Does it use shot start? If you spec this Summit with the 600RR, you have to get electric start with battery. There's no shot option available for it, so that just goes to show that how that new silent stop system works on it. It's got to have a battery. It's for the electric start system, so. Solves that. What are you doing over there?
Not much.
You freaking texting over there? Trail sleds. 20th anniversary of the XRS this year. The Extreme Racing Special, whatever. I think that's what it stands for, is Extreme Racing Special. Someone can correct me. Someone's gonna correct me.
Dean don't know.
Dean?
XRS is XRS.
Yep.
It's an XRS version racing series. I've never seen one in black. I'd like to see what it looks like in black with that number plate on.
You don't get it in black with the number plate.
You don't.
Yep.
Black is black. You don't get any of the new features.
What's Master saying?
The yellow is the only way you're getting that number plate, and everything else.
The
black
the
is
bar
just a
pad.
normal black XRS.
Oh, is that right? Wow. Yep. So you're not going to sell many black XRSs next year?
Probably not.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I like the little B touch on the bar pad and the grill and stuff.
Yep. So
cool.
This is the 20th anniversary special edition to celebrate 20 years of XRS. You get the metallic circuit yellow special edition color, the Evo Stinger grill badge and handlebar pad, the yellow Skidoo logo on the snow flap, yellow shock springs, and the tunnel number plate. That yellow Skidoo logo snow flap's cool and all, but I was saying to my dad on the weekend, I spit out a snow flap once a season, so if I had this special snow flap, I'd be taking that thing off right away to keep that in good shape. I don't know how many of those are going to keep at the dealer. But if it's spec'd in the circuit yellow, only if it's spec'd in circuit yellow, you get the new KYB Pro 40 Racing Integral Shocks that now have high and low speed compression and rebound dampening adjusters. They look like this, so adjustable with like a big, I think it's just with a flathead screwdriver. Which is pretty cool to see. That's typically something that guys will put on if they get their shocks revalved. just for those little extra adjustments. So it's cool to see that right from the manufacturers. Like I said before, this sled actually has a new version of the XRS seat, has a little bit of a different taper. They talk about that in the launch video, and Paul Prudhomme, I think, also talked about that in our accessory video. It's tapered in, I think, 5 degrees steeper to help you kind of get your weight forward on that tank to help in cornering.
It's shallower. It doesn't push you into the seat anymore. It's actually the opposite way you're thinking.
Oh, is it actually?
Is it? Okay.
Okay. 5
It's
degrees
flatter,
shallower.
It's not pushing you into your panels anymore.
I got you.
A Lynx feel to it than it does like the older Skidoo feel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because the Lynx seat's weird because the gas tank is like up. The filler cap feels like it's so far away from the seat, right? So you sit a little further back on those. But yeah, so this here is actually the competition package. So with the competition package, you get the Kashima coated Pro 40 racing shocks, very similar to what you got before. If you spec it in yellow, like I said, you get the integral shocks. For competition package, you can get the 10.25 inch gauge and smart shocks if you get an 850 turbo with ice injection. You can still get a 600 RR only. Or sorry, you can still get a 600 RR, but you cannot spec it on a comp with the 10.25 gauge. And like I said, black, as we talked about, black color available, but includes none of the aforementioned 20 edition add-ons. So you get regular Kashima Pro 40 EA3 shocks front and the Pro 40 EA3 rear shocks. 1.5 ice ripper option for this year on the competition turbo, which is pretty sweet. I think it's because they went back down to a driver size. I think the driver pitch went down to the Lynx driver, with the Lynx using the GLS. Because I was looking at the spec sheets and the compare, and it was the same drive. Because wasn't that the problem with running a bigger track on these? Fast Track said that.
They had the 9 tooth on the 850 comp.
Yeah, but now this has a 1.5 from factory, which wasn't an option for those guys running these sleds. So I think that they've done adjustments there, so you can squeeze a bigger
Do you know much about that, Dean?
No, they're going to run an 8-tooth driver under set of 9.
I'm pretty sure. I'm very positive because it's got a 1.5, which wasn't a track you could fit under a normal comp. And I was looking at the spec sheet, and it had the 2.86 pitch for both competition and normal XRS sleds this year.
Yeah, because if you put a 1.65 stud on a 1.5 track, you better have an 8-tooth driver.
Yeah.
Or else you're going to have antifreeze on the ground.
Yeah. Or you just have a 800 E-Tech that's leaking green in your trailer. That's So there's that. So then this, as much as it looks the same, it is slightly different. This is the normal XRS model. So the difference here is that you can now get 129 or a 137 option, 600 RR or 850. This time both with smart shocks, both with 10.25 inch gauges. You still get the B additions, the side number plate, the yellow shock springs. Just that the Pro 40 shocks are not Kashima coated on the front and rear on the non-competition sled. This here spec, as shown here, is what I think would be the sled to get this year, which is a 129 600R with smart shocks and the big gauge in the 20th anniversary. I think this would be the absolute perfect trail sled for anywhere really around here. Not really, but definitely up at my cottage. I'd love to have one of these up there.
That fan says it looks good. The yellow looks as good as a Scanic blue backcountry. Yeah, the yellow's cool. It's a mustardy, like this yellow that's coming up on my screen looks brighter than what it actually looks in real life. Like it's a pretty neat color.
Yep. This in the normal XRS non-competition, you can get a Ripsaw 1.25, an Ice Ripper 1.25, Ice Ripper 1.5, all track options for both 129 and 137, which is really cool to have that addition from the factory rather than just being stuck to or tied to one track option. Having that would be great. A 129 with a 1.5 600 would be awesome. Riot.
Michael DeJulio says the yellow shock springs are sharp.
Yep.
That, and I love the yellow logo on the snow flap. I know it's a subtle touch, but it's so neat.
So this here is the MXZX. So this uses that orange crush that we've seen on the Summit. And like I said, I think I prefer this on the Summit. I think that they should have made the main panel color black or orange and the belly black. I think that having the belly orange and the top black there's just something about it which is it's close to being good, but just not quite there.
Yeah, I think orange on the hood panels would be good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And leave the side panels black like it is, but orange hood would be awesome.
Yep. But this can also just come in triple black as well. Same track options, same gauge options as normal XRS. The only thing is with an X package, you can't get smart shocks. And that boils really down to what the difference is. Obviously, you don't have the rail reinforcements or the tunnel reinforcements, but now with an X package, you actually get EA3 shocks, both front and rear, which is pretty nice. The handguards are standard. You get a taller windshield on these sleds too, but same seat, same skis, same RazRX front end. Very cool.
The big thing between the X and XRS, I know you're talking about tunnel brace and everything else like that. If you ever notice an XRS versus a normal sled, with being adrenaline, X package, Blizzard, whatever, the tunnel taper, the actual taper of the tunnel is completely different on XRSs. It's a wider running board farther back, which is my big pull on why I have an XRS.
Yeah, that's right.
It stays longer further to the back of the sled, you're saying? Like wider?
Yep. So that way when you haul these big wheelies, Midwest ditch banging, it looks cooler.
Oh, you can actually see that if I flip between them. That's a 129 to a 137. The 129's got the same tunnel length. That's cool. I didn't actually know that about the sleds. I thought it was just they reinforced the tunnels. They actually put different running boards on them.
It's completely different running boards. There's different rack steering with it too.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think the X didn't used to have rack steering, and it does now, right?
It does.
But it's different.
That was last year.
Steering now, I think that came about in 24. And then you get down into the adrenaline and the Blizzard, and they do not.
As far as your typical customer, Dean, is it more of an X or an XRS type of person? Like, where do you find your sales lie?
My group are XRSs.
Yeah.
XRSs and comps, and then a handful of 600RR guys.
I think back in the day, like it used to be, for the price you pay new for an XRS versus an X, you couldn't buy the shocks and all the upgrades that you got going up that next level for the extra difference in cost it cost you to get it, right? Like it made it well worth the value for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, the XRS is, I hate to say it, a better value than an X.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But with these, it's interesting. Other than obviously what me and Master were talking about, the tunnel difference and the reinforcement, it's actually kind of interesting because these use the Pro 36 EA3s, which used to be the XRS shocks, but now we've gone up to Pro 40s. So it's kind of cool that they're using that older technology. So if you were going from something like maybe like a 2018 XRS to this, you're relatively getting the same package at the end of the day. If you don't really care, because I don't think most guys are bending tunnels or breaking rails on trail sleds anyways.
Is the steering stem moved an inch forward on the XRS too still, or they?
Oh, that's actually an interesting question.
That I don't know. I didn't notice anything with my current one versus my 18. For like steering post location wise, I feel like they're very close to where they were. There wasn't anything that really stood out to me.
Like from the X to the XRS on the new ones, though.
Oh,
because it used to be 1 inch more forward on the XRS.
The XRS is forward. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they called it post forward steering, didn't they? Yeah. Or something. They had like a name for it that you got.
Interesting to know if anyone
somebody
knows
actually knows if the Gen 5s are like that. Now this is a cool looking sled. So this is the MXZ Adrenaline with the Blizzard package on it. So this is an in-season sled. Really, it's the same package as this previous snowmobile, the X, but it has no 10.25 inch gauge option because it's in season. 600RR or an 850 E-Tech. It gets a Ice Ripper 1.25, 7.2 gauge, and 129 or 137 track lengths. And this is really cool. Going back to like the black and yellow for the because it's been that gray color for the past couple seasons has been pretty cool in the Blizzard, but this is really neat. The triple black with the yellow accents.
Yeah, I love that.
Reminds me of a certain 850 NA before it had a wrap on it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then this is the normal Adrenaline package, which the difference here is that you can get it in the Arctic Desert color, which is the same as that Adrenaline Summit. Same engine, same track lengths. But this has a regular Ripsaw 1.25 and no adjustable shocks. But it's the Pro 36 Pluses.
Throwing sparks is sharp on that last one.
Oh, yeah. That's a good looking sled.
Yeah.
For in season, there's nothing wrong with that sled
Yeah.
at all. It's a very sharp looking machine. Renegade, which now you're going to start seeing double because they look the same on both. This is like one of a rare year where the colors going down MXZ, Backcountry, and Renegade are all the same. They go yellow, orange, and then black for their things, or that Arctic Desert for Adrenaline. So this is the 20th anniversary Renegade XRS with the 900 Turbo R. You can get this also in black. So this one you obviously get that Circuit B, you get the bar pad, you get the little number plate down the side. However, only the MXZ gets those integral racing shocks. The Renegades and the Backcountries do not. So you still just get EA3 Pro 36s on this sled, or Smart Shocks, which would be the I think the wise choice regardless anyways. Only 137 track options on the Renegades. This sled can have a Ripsaw 1.25 or Ice Ripper 1.5. Very cool looking sled. I actually think, I'm not a big fan of the Gen 5 900 Turbo Rs. I think they're a little bit chunky, but I don't know, there's something compared to just all black. Maybe it's just because the color pops a lot, so it makes it look a lot less fugly. But I like
the Gen
this sled.
5, whether it's a 900 or the 900R or the 850.
I don't like the tapering. How it goes like this. I don't like this action. It should just be like that straight, like the Gen 4.
But I think the benefit of it is sight lines are really awesome on a Gen 5. I think when you're riding it, you can't appreciate it between it. What do you think, guys?
Riding my my two-stroke, the biggest thing I can feel for like high mileage trail guys that run windshields and stuff like that, a two-stroke, you're gonna have a lot of wind and a lot of air hitting the top of your legs, where these wider panels are gonna stop that.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, the little bit wider is more. I mean, 4-strokes are for the guys that are putting high mileage on them, right? They want longevity, everything else like that. So to me, that longevity, high mileage, you're putting a lot of seat time on them. That wind protection is what that sled has over a two-stroke.
Yeah.
Right, yep.
This is the Renegade X. Same differences from the XRS MXZ to the MXZ-X, with the exception that this doesn't get easy adjust shocks on the X models for this.
Yeah.
But same thing, 137 only, 900 Ace. This can actually be 900 Turbo R or just 900 Turbo as well. But yeah, this is good. I don't mind. I don't know. There's just something about that MXZ in the orange. I don't know what there's just something I don't like about that I don't mind on even the Renegades. Maybe the MXZ logo in all orange is too big on the side. I think if it had black stickers, it would look better.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
If it didn't have the orange logos, I think it would be better looking. And this just has smaller logos, but still very sharp looking color scheme.
Nick Simonar wants to know if will Simonar demo an 850 comp this year, asking for a friend.
We tried that, and then someone sold it before we could even try to take it out.
Oh no!
Well, someone needed it worse than I did.
Yeah.
Isn't that the truth? So this is a pretty cool sled this year. So this is the Renegade Enduro, black only, but there is I think this is the most engine options of any sled that Skidoo has. In-season model, I might add, 600 RR, 850, 900 Ace NA, 900 Ace Turbo, or 900 Ace Turbo R engine options. This also gets the TX skis, which are an old favorite of this guy sitting next to me.
Yeah.
He was probably the only rider that I think enjoyed.
No,
really
Paul actually got his 2025, and he got the
TX skis.
Or was it 26? What did he have? The 900
26
Ace.
with 900 Ace.
Yeah, and
this
he ordered
sled
the TX
here, but he
skis.
put the TX skis.
And I
This
was like,
comes with the
amen.
TX skis now.
Yeah, and I was like, "Amen, brother! You actually ordered the TX skis.
Yep.
That's great."
Yep.
Yeah.
They're good. I like them for the changing trail conditions. Have you ever had those days where maybe in the morning you're getting a lot of tip up because the trail's been set by the groomer. You just turn your carbides down a little bit, and then later in the day maybe it gets a little pushy. You need that extra bite. Turn it down again. So it's kind of just a cool feature that used to be an XRS option, and kind of went away. But
Yellow spindles in the skid is a nice touch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is that something you get on the Renegade over the MXZ, do you look at the riser bar? That's the forward adjustable riser.
Oh, cool.
Which you do not get on the MXZs anymore, right? So that's forward adjust, and then just fixed riser on this guy.
Cool.
Ooh.
Here's
the Cadillac.
The couch, the sofas.
Yeah, I wanted to show this just because people might be interested to know. Grand Touring, though, no actual changes. This actually had 0 changes except for the fact that you get the silent ice ripper tracks on it.
You can't fix perfection.
No, it's big couch. It's like, do you remember when I was walking around last year at the Toronto show and I saw that orange one and I was like, dang, that's PT Cruiser orange. Look at that. So I said to Cole, yeah, no, these are great long days, and that is a forward adjustable riser on it as well. Is it so then the passenger in the back can try for a little bit? Very cool. Crossover backcountry. So again, we're gonna see in triple now, but 20th anniversary color scheme or black, 850 NA or the Turbo R with ice injection. Again, no integral shocks on the backcountry model. That's an MXZ exclusive feature. These do feature, however, the Pro 36 EA3s in the front and the Pro 40s in the C-Motion skid. This can have the 39-inch front end or the 43-inch RAS RX front end, which I think is a great change that they did. I can't remember if that was last year they did that. Or was that the year before they did that? That was last year with the.
Just last year.
That was just last year with that yellow backcountry.
Right, I got you. Yep.
So I think that's a great change because I think the market is definitely shifting towards people buying longer track snowmobiles. Polaris has done really good with their Assault 146 models with the wide front ends on them, so it was cool to see Skidoo do that last year as well. But this has 3 track choices as well. So you can have a 146 with a 2-inch paddle track, a 154 with a 2.5 powder max, or a 146 with the Ice Storm track on it, which would be a freaking monster trail sled. So these things are very, very cool. And the 20th anniversary XRS colors look sweet. And closest thing you're ever going to get to a Summit XRS anniversary model, because we did not get one of those. And I think the 07 Summit XRS is a cool sled. And when I saw they were doing anniversary sleds, I was really bummed to see that the Summit didn't get the same treatment as the MXZ did. So, what are you saying?
Wish they would have the graphics like they did back in the day.
Yeah, that is the kind of the elephant in the room on these sleds, isn't it? The only thing I was maybe thinking is that some people don't want over-the-top flashy graphics and are fine with just having the low-key look. And another thing someone said is everybody just wraps their
hood.
Yeah.
Everybody just wraps their sleds now anyway. So, that the aftermarket scene for stuff like that has become so big. Maybe that was Skidoo's thought. You save a little bit money on the development end. Some people may say as laziness. I see it as smart marketing or smart money spending.
Tim Massart's got a sign out. He says, thanks to MUDBRATS is Simonar Sports.
See you, Timmy.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to get that Grand Touring that's sitting here.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. That should be his next sled. It'll be perfect for him.
Dave wants to know if the Ice Ripper tracks howl loudly on the trail sleds.
Do they howl?
Yeah, man, the 1.5s do.
Yeah, the 1.5s. I couldn't believe the Rave we demoed last year. It was like sounded like a train was coming down a set of tracks next to you.
Yeah, you could hear me beside you the whole time. Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
1.25s don't howl too badly. My 1.3 Cobra was definitely quieter than the 1.25, but they're not too bad. So this is the Backcountry X. Same difference as the Renegade and the MXZ XRS to the X models, but this can only have the 850 E-Tech. There's no turbo option. 7.2, 10.25 inch gauge options. This can also have the 39 inch or the 43 inch front end, but the main difference is this is Pro 36 plus non-adjustables all around, which is actually different than the previous X models, which didn't even have Pro 36s in the C-Motion. They were just the HPG plus shocks in the back, so that's kind of nice to see that they've gotten a better shock in the rear, which was actually one of the reasons why I was moved away from picking up a backcountry X this year. But very, very cool. See, again, I don't know. It must just be the MXZ. I don't like how big the logos are on it. This isn't. But I'm fine with this. I'm an orange guy. I got orange mountain bikes, orange BMX bikes. The only thing I don't have is orange is my sleds, really. So, I just wish we got like the Spark Tricks. I think is what's coming out this year, the 2026. That's blue and orange. I want to see that on a.
Oh, on a sled would be cool.
I think they call it. It's not nitro blue. It's what is that blue color? I can't remember the exact
Emily
name.
knows it.
Emily should if she's the Spark. If she likes the Spark and the.
Octane blue.
Thank you, Octane blue. Yes,
yeah, we have the Spark literally right there.
Yeah, those things are sweet with the one up. There was one at Larry's when we went in with a one up seat on it. I was like, oh, and they're good. They're good priced as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Michael DeJulio said, "What is Dean ordering for 27?"
What did you order for 27 for yourself?
What am I going to order?
Yeah, what are you gonna order?
Don't know yet. BC 850 Turbo.
Get the purple free ride.
That will also get ordered too.
Yeah, that'll get ordered too. That's another one of the guys in the shop. Love their free rides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dean needs to get one of these. Yeah.
And then a comp.
Yep. Elder says, oh.
Elder's heading out. Good night, he says.
And then this here is the Backcountry Adrenaline. Skinny ski stance only on this unit, and then 600 RR engine option on this too, which is pretty neat. We have a friend of ours that has the 600 backcountries and say they're actually quite capable. So I bet with the RR it'd be
Simon loves
fun
his.
little sled.
Yeah,
with the I was having a. I'm not gonna say it was an argument, but there was a comment kind of early on about like, oh. I'm thinking of getting a 600 RR, switching from an 850. What's the main difference? And then I felt like I have a little bit of an education on switching from an 850 to a 600. So I put my 2 cents in, and it's only 14-pound difference, but you feel that 14 pounds. Like lifting the sled up and down the trailer, when you get it stuck, there's just something about that weight weight at speed makes a huge difference. The gearing on them is they're a little bit shorter geared. So they're a little bit snappier in the bottom end than an 850 to a certain extent. I highly recommend putting a clutch kit in it. Holy crap, my sled will keep up with that. My sled will keep up with an 850 up to 100k an hour, 60 mile an hour. So I highly recommend putting a clutch kit in one if you do get one. But I think like there's nothing wrong with the 600, and there's nothing wrong with that 600 RR for sure. So we're getting into the. Hold on, where is it? Yeah, we're getting into the crossovers now. Oh no, sorry, we're still in crossovers. Oh my gosh, this one's all messed up. Expedition. This is the SE model. This is that airy blue color, same color
that's cool
that's
looking.
on the same color that was on the Summit there, just with the red ski loops. So this is a spring order only in this color, or you can get it in season in black. 10.25 for spring orders of the 7.25 inch gauge. 900 turbo or 900 turbo or engine options. This sled has the Pro 36 Plus front suspension with the U-Motion with air ride in the back.
Yeah, that's sweet. Do you guys? Is that a big market for Simonars? Is the utility sleds like this?
SWTs, and then I'll do the lower version of an LE of an Expedition.
Yeah,
right on.
But not a lot of big XP or Expedition guys.
Yeah.
So we are one little bit further east of us in Quebec. This is like the sled. When we went to Quebec on a trip, we're weird for riding XRS MXZs.
Yeah.
Like you
not
feel
to a certain degree, but there's more
to a
of
high
these.
degree.
There's a lot of these here, not more.
Where
of them,
if you see like an Expedition or a utility sled where we are, it's weird to see like you're like that's like the odd duck out. You feel the opposite when you're in Quebec. Like it's a huge. It's probably one of the fastest growing markets in snowmobiling. I think it's mainly because now we're getting such high powered 4-stroke engines. These are becoming really viable sleds, and the wide tracks just go through anything.
Has this got air shock on it?
Yes, U-Motion with air ride.
Air shock.
Yes, U-Motion with air ride on the Expedition. The air ride was typically an Enduro for the Enduro Renegades, but now this has the U-Motion with air ride in it, so be like driving a Cadillac. And then this is the Expedition Extreme, which you remember last year was the blue with the orange accents. This is a pretty neat little color
That's
option,
wild
all
looking,
black.
man.
You get a little bit of tan accents on it. You get a little bit of yellow on it. Yeah, it's cool. 900 Turbo R or 850 NA options. 4.5 inch gauge or 10.25. You get the 20 inch wide 1.8 TRAC. Yeah, and then U-Motion Pro with 36 Pro 36 EA3 shocks. And then just regular Pro 36 is up front. Yeah, the Extreme is a really cool sled. So see how it's got like a little blade windshield?
It does.
Can you? I wonder if you can buy that to put on a normal Gen 5. See, it just got a little
It does too. Yeah.
blade on it.
Chris Watson says here in Quebec, expeditions are popular, and Mike Galitz feels like the two-stroke is an odd duck out in Quebec. Also.
4-strokes are huge. Everybody's. We pulled up to a group the one time. It was hilarious. They all were 2-up riding on Expedition Extremes and then Lynx X terrains. And it was so funny to watch these guys. They got like their wives on the back, and the one guy pulls away on the X terrain and just is like dragging the flap down the trail when he pulls away.
Yeah,
it was just so cool.
With a rider on the back.
Yeah, that was like the first time we ever seen 4-stroke Lynxes really too. And seeing one of those things as the 4-stroke was like holy crap. And riding one was even different, but we're gonna get to that. No, the Extreme just comes like this. This is how they come. You can obviously put a windshield on it, but this is how it comes. No windshield on this unit.
That's freaking cool.
So then you can tuck and roll it down a hill and flip it over when you get it stuck. And then this is the Expedition LE, which now has a 16-inch wide track option, which is pretty cool for this year. That was the change. So it comes into 16, 20, or 24-inch wide. A Monument Gray with black accents, which is really cool.
Real nice color.
Yeah, you can get the 600R, 900 Turbo, or 900 Turbo R, and then this has the U-Motion with KYB Pro 36 shocks in it. So this is the utility sleds now, which now, this marks that now every single snowmobile in the Skidoo lineup, I guess technically other than the MXZ 200, is on the Gen 5 platform. With these sleds now.
That's neat looking, man.
So this is the new Scandic SE. This is the airy blue with orange crush accents. Comes with a 900 ace NA engine, 7.2 gauge, and the heavy duty bumpers all the way around. And what looks to be a case you could haul the kitchen sink in on the back as well. I saw it on this one too. Not like that for if you were doing backpacking trips or like here in Ontario, we got a couple rides that are planned out by the different clubs where they're multi-day, can be multi-day trips.
Yeah.
800 or 1,000 plus kilometer loops. These would be the sleds to do it on, definitely. But
not this one. This is more of a
this would be.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
This is for pure work. This has got high and low gearing on it. This is a 20-inch wide model with a 1.8 super wide track on it, which is pretty sweet. And then this is the Expedition LE model, which can...
Oh, dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's
can have
awesome.
a 600 EFI, a 600 RR, a 600 ACE, or a 900 ACE engine, 4.5-inch gauge only. And then, again, those massive heavy-duty bumpers all the way around with the... they have a name for those front shocks. I know they're like an air shock of some kind. I don't remember what they're actually called, but they do have a name that exists. Also with the new... Oh, yeah, this year, and the Scandics and the Tundras have switched from the... SC5U to the U-Motion rear end as well, which will make these sleds ride a lot better. Big Ma riding in Quebec. And then now we got the Tundra, another cool color scheme for this year again.
They're really making them look sporty, eh? Like, yeah, it's crazy how cool these ones look.
Like, look at even the graphic, that LE down the side of it, and like low slung.
Maybe it's a Gen 5 platform to make them look a little bit sporty too. Not so chunky looking.
Yeah, because the Gen 4 4-strokes have some chunk to them.
Yeah.
And utility sleds have some chunk. Maybe you're right. The body lines of this make it just look faster, more aggressive.
Yeah.
But U-Motion rear end on the Tundras now. 600 EFI or the 600 ACE engine in this sled. And that wraps up. Oh no, that does not wrap up. Oops.
Oh yeah, this is a big thing too. Did you guys see when you were on that demo tour thing that you went on, Jacob? Did they have the parts and accessories there?
They had a couple, not a ton, but enough to kind of get your feet wet in it, type of deal.
So this
they had the bumper, they had the seat, they had the brake lever, they had a couple of the bags, the light up, the relocate kit with the light in it.
Yep.
So, I mean, they had enough stuff that you could see probably what they did is put the things that if somebody's really interested in it, they put those things on these sleds. So,
yeah.
What were your thoughts on some of this stuff, Jacob?
Well, I bought a heated brake lever back in 2019 from Skins.
Yeah.
And I have had it on my 18 and now I have it on my 23. And how I ride and how we ride in northern Wisconsin with tight twisties, we're always on the brake. So to have a finger on the brake and now it's heated is a pretty nice added bonus. I really like that.
Yep.
There's a couple new bags that look pretty cool. You can collapse them down to just about nothing, or you could have them as big as what they used to be.
Cool.
I put the gauge relocate kit on mine without the light, and everyone that's rode mine with a 10.25 that doesn't have it, pretty sure they're going to be ordering one for next year.
Cool.
They love them.
Do you think the light's a good addition to that?
No.
No. Okay, there you go.
I
wouldn't suggest
I
you.
truly don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, the lights that come off of sleds and everything else already. I mean, it's a cool gimmick. Is the price increase for a light worth it? I can't say it is, but some people might love it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
That's so.
Well, I don't think you would go out and get another relocate kit if you bought one last year just because it has a light.
No, you wouldn't.
I think if you're buying one for the first time, you might as well. Well, you have to then just think, is it worth paying the $50 to get the light? Or
Yeah.
I think it's 30 or 40 for you guys.
Riley Reinhardt says he likes a new bumper. We got to use it too. I thought it was cool. What was your opinion on it?
Well, I'm very lucky. I'm tall, so like stock bumper is just fine for me.
Oh,
for
that's
a short
right.
guy like Riley, I could see that coming in really handy.
Yep.
He's kind of like a Dave Nerona, you know. He's down low, really, you know. So for him to pick it up, he's basically bench pressing it over his head when he's picking those sleds up. So now he can lower it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool. Good point, right? Michael DeJulio says the Link muffs are sick. I thought they were cool too. What's your opinion?
I didn't get to see them. I think it's a good in-between of the actual full-on muffs and nothing at all. Or just
Or the
guards.
Mickey Mouse ears. The big,
Yeah.
the extensions for the.
Yep, it kind of reminds me of that because I don't think they have those anymore, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't see them in the spec
Yeah.
book, no.
Dave W says he likes a heated brake lever. His fingertips get cold sometimes, not my hands.
Yep.
And that's true, right?
I see 3 accessories on this page that I will be picking up next year: the adjustable bumper, the sport muffs, and those heated brake levers. I'm a muff guy. I wasn't for a while, and the 2018 850 didn't have the greatest working heated hand grip or heated thumb, on the right side. So I was one season, because we were in Quebec mostly, I ran muffs the entire year and kind of really didn't look back. Even last year, I kept riding muffs on them unless it was like positive temperatures. So I think I see those. And I like that Paul Prudhomme showed us that when you take them off, they like roll right up. Like they fold up to the size of the palm of your hand.
Crush them right
so
down.
you can crush them right into your bag, zip them away easily. Because I have a set of the muffs in my seat bag right now, and I'm like leaning on the seat bag and my elbow and shoving them in and pulling the zipper around to keep them with me. But so I see those as a great addition. I love the heated brake lever. From motocross, 2 finger or 1 finger on the brake at all times. And on those minus really cold days, my hand is like a Lego minifigure. When I'm done, my hand looks like this. So that's a cool addition.
Weird part about that brake lever too, I know they show like a knob on it.
Yeah.
That knob on the top is actually only to adjust the brake lever forward, like how much throw it has, because it's heated adjustable. The actual heated part is like a heated seat. It's down on the console. You have to add it in.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I did actually see that. You have to put a switch in your console. It's very, because it has a high and low option, right? Yeah, high, low, and off.
High, low, and off.
Yeah, right on.
And then I love that bumper, to being able to adjust it, because I think that Skidoo's, and the price difference to the current adventure bumpers, like what you have in your Sled Massart, is pretty relative to the feature that you get. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cheaper.
yeah. So I think that's a really nice bumper. Plus, trail guy like us trail guys, we kind of get screwed from the aftermarket bumper companies on bumpers. Like the backwoods and the B-Powers are very
too
much
big, though,
They're
for
too big.
trail.
They're mountain oriented, so they're too big, and especially when, like what Paul Prudhomme was talking about in our podcast, which you guys haven't seen the podcast, please go check it out. Paul Prudhomme goes through every accessory on the screen now in full detail. And what he was talking about was basically like when you're standing and getting leverage, it depends on how like your arms are. So, the current bumper for some people might be like here, which is really bad for getting leverage. You want it to be like down like this, where you have your arms like this and you're basically being able to actually lift it a little more with your shoulder and into your arms. So it's really nice that for different heights of people or in different stuck situations. I was saying to him, for our Marlin's easy loader deck, like when you have to get it up and then lift it up and push it into the box.
Yeah.
If I could flip my bumper down so it was lower, so I'm actually properly like pushing up on it, it would make loading that sled effortless in the Marlin deck. So
Yeah, it would that's a definite plus for it for sure.
and I'm
moving around the garage.
I'm gonna find
too.
out how easy it is to powder coat one of those. I think.
Yeah.
I need a lava red one. But so yeah, if you guys watching want to know any more about any of the accessories, the relocate, the muffs, the adjustable seat, Link Pro Bag, wireless cell phone charger, the new riser bar kits, or the ice tank cargo base kit, check out the podcast with Paul Prudhomme a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it was cool.
So this is a new thing. It only has one new thing, and it's the fact that we now have a proper part number for the 129 radiator protector. If you didn't know, if you wanted to get one for 129, you basically had to go and get the part number from the parts diagram of a MXZ Sport or a Renegade Sport that came with it. They didn't actually have like a real part number where you could order this online, so it was pretty nice. Like I got one for my sled, haven't put it on yet, but I had to wait a few days because the dealer had to actually order one like I was getting a replacement part. So it's nice that they can stock them and you can ship them right off Skidoo's website now for the 129s. Because everyone likes protecting their tunnels, especially if you get that new 20th anniversary. You don't want to be dinging up that yellow color with your every time your buddy goes and rips the gas tank off for you.
Yeah. We bought one for the 600R, but we didn't put it on yet.
I had to
Sorry, I was concentrating on
I had to
other
wait
things.
like a week for it, and I didn't even bother putting it on because I was riding. But
Yeah.
they've redesigned the ice rail scratchers. There's a little spotlight video they did on Instagram on these. I don't know exactly. I didn't really look into what they changed on it. All I know is that there is a change. I don't know if you guys, Dean, if you know what they changed on these.
No, not offhand. I haven't read into that one yet.
Yeah, so these are like, they had a video on their Instagram or their Facebook where they talked about these. It's the same as what they came out with a few years ago for Gen 5, but now they've done like a change on them. So I saw that like it almost looks like the spring is a little different. That's one thing I noticed, that the spring looks like it coils a little differently, but I don't know. But part numbers for Gen 5 24-inch and 20-inch, as well as 16 and 15-inch models. New for next year is going to be the new XPS Max oil.
Half the price of XPS oil today.
No.
Isn't that right, Dean?
No.
You only wish.
I would have got the. I was gonna put like, I wanted to actually see if they said anything that's different, but it was so like, to put it lightly, company jargon bullcrap. It's until I actually put this in my machine, I can't tell you if it's any really different.
It's molybdenum.
Molybdenum, ashless and extreme. That's what MAX stands for. So, apparently it says
grease, is it not? Molybdenum grease is what we use in the rear end of the Wolverine when we had to grease the yeah.
Interesting. So it's like gear oil.
Yeah, no, well, it's not gear oil. It was actually a grease. Isn't that right, Master? You got to know what that is, right?
No.
He doesn't work on quads.
Yeah.
He doesn't have differentials. It says that it's are all two-stroke oils are the same? No, E-Tech oils have proved that wrong ever since they touched a piston for the first time. Fueled by the 600R engine, E-Tech takes a new form with the launch of Max technology. Less smoke, less smell, and superior protection with less oil usage. Less smoke, less smell. They don't smoke now and they don't smell now.
What's your thoughts on that, Dean? What's the buzz on this stuff?
Well, I think Lube-Tech made a new formula, and BR changed one molecule.
Right on. And like, have you seen much testing on this? Like, is it all that they're claiming it to be?
No, first I seen it was on when they opened it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
That'll be neat.
as
Well,
long
I
as the
think
clean mixes with the old stuff, we're okay.
Yeah, we bought oil on the weekend, and I just bought a small jug because we don't want to get stuck with it. We want the good stuff.
The oil prices are getting out of hand, by the way. Please buy 4-strokes, guys. This is getting rid. I bought a jug. I got like the not the one with the handle, but the one that the handle's on the top. I forget what the size for you guys in gallons would be, but
2.5 gallons.
2.5 gallon. I bought that one at local dealer. Go to get the jug off the shelf. Perfect. Ring it up. And I was like, "Oh, Dad, I got it. I'll pay for the oil this time. I'll say that'll be my contribution." I wasn't really.
I was like, "Yep."
I'm only working.
I headed out to the car at that point.
Yeah, I'm only just working at Dawn's right now. So let me just cover the oil for us this year. That'll be $275, sir. And I was like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
And then he goes and buys the little one with the handle on it. It's $94 for one of those units.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck? And his sled drank the whole jug this weekend.
Oh, yeah, dummy.
500 kilometers, and his friggin' sled dummied
I'm supposed to ask Dean about the best oil that that comes out of the barrel behind the shop. What's that?
What?
That's the same stuff we use in the regular jugs.
Oh, you got it in bulk, do you?
We do bulk.
Yeah, we do bulk.
Yeah, we refill jugs.
We're definitely coming
We're
down.
coming down. We're coming down. I'll take all the old stuff off your hands.
Yeah,
Mike
no,
Leeds.
we've been doing that for years, and it's been a convenience to the customer.
Yeah. There's a few dealers near us that used to do it, but they don't do it anymore.
No, most of them around here quit doing it too because the parts guys are too lazy to walk around the corner and fill them.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Of
course.
Yeah.
The Oxygen Flow got some new colors, so you get a little gray accent on the black, and you get a little yellow accent on the yellow models, which is pretty cool. We got some new motocross style helmets called the Ravik. You can get it in carbon. What else? What was the difference between? Oh yeah, so you can get them in carbon with just generic with the Ravik logo, or you can get them as Skidoo branded as well. These will be interesting. I've been wanting to get a Pyra for a few years, so maybe I'll now hold off and I'll save up for one of these. For those warm, like when we rode this weekend, it was 4 degrees Celsius, so
it was warm.
It was warm, like we should have been wearing like spring coat warm on the sleds. We were dying. He had the Oxygen Flow, so he wasn't too bad, but I was dying in my OG Oxygen. I kept thinking I should have brought my Fox V3 up with me because that's all you needed on our Saturday ride or Friday ride.
When do dealers typically get in the gear like this, Dean?
Well, that's a good question.
August, September, and have everything by the middle of October.
Right on. Perfect. Good to know.
Good to know. These are the new goggles to go with them. So you have goggles that come with also different lens kits for different UV level protections. There's also battery powered ones, which I don't have on this page. It has a magnetic cup for the nose, which is pretty sweet. So you can take that off. It just magnets right onto the goggles. Like that's pretty smart because like I have a pair of FXR goggles I used to wear, and they have it has a hook system that it goes in with 2 plastic tabs, and in anything below -5, those plastic tabs just exited the nose guard the first time I took the goggles off. So also comes with a helmet camera mount. So cool for guys like us that want a quick helmet cam.
Yeah,
mounting system
neat.
to have that
Love
right
that.
from Skidoo. Mounts right. I think it mounts to the chin on it, which is pretty sweet. It looks like that's like a little clip that goes into the chin piece. So that's pretty neat. 2 new balaclavas. One designed for that new Ravik, and then one kind of more for the Oxygen, which is the one on the right with has the X Team logo on it, which is pretty cool. They call the other one the Tech Layer Anti-Fog MX.
Are you the PAC, the pack girl, Emily?
Yep.
Chris Watson wants to know what's a good springtime jacket he can get.
That's still like good enough to be snowmobiling in.
I think so.
I think so is what he's saying, like warmer temperature.
Enduro jacket. That would be a really, really good one.
Right on.
Some new colors for the Absolute Zero, yellow accents or orange accents, I guess, to match the new Trail Sully colors. And then I think the woman's one in purple. It doesn't say new, so I'm assuming that color must have already been out. I don't know if they've done any other changes. I really didn't look, but usually they just do colors unless they change the line. So pretty cool. They balance those. I did look. The X Team jackets, the same colors as last year. The ones that have the big X logo. So you have the orange one, the yellow one. Probably because they really didn't change colors too much. So.
I love this. Imagine finding this video 50 years from now would be like seeing every spec of the 1976 model here.
Hold on. All Terrain TV, thank you for saying that. So for this, when I started talking about the MXZs, I wanted to have the spec sheet or anything on the 2007 MXZ XRS. You can't find jack squat for a sled from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
There's not an article, a review. I couldn't find magazine archives talking about the XRS model. The only pictures you can find are like 480p or some guy in his garage that put 8 hanger bars on it. So like, it's insanity to me. I actually even tried, I went on Skidoo's website on the Wayback Machine on Internet Archive to try to pull anything from the sled, and there was not even a snapshot of the page. Lost to time completely.
All this guy lives in my head rent free.
What'd you say?
I bet you I can find a 2007 parts catalog.
That would be cool.
That would be awesome.
We have like
Yeah, it's right over there.
It's on my desk.
It's on his desk.
But my point is, like, once people like Simonars and these dealers that really cared about the history of the sport are gone, and all these things have to go somewhere, this information isn't archived anywhere digitally.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's all in physical. So I could go on eBay and probably find someone selling an 07, but there's no quick access to that information, is my point.
Yeah.
Like last night, I was like, how the heck is there not one scan of the even just the page of it? This is our new sled for this year.
Yeah, right.
Like, even like back to 2011, you can't find stuff because the Skidoo, like, it just wasn't digital like that. So I'm glad he said that. Imagine finding this video, it'd be like seeing every spec from 1976, because you cannot. Good luck finding. You can find people that have brochures maybe, but
ooh, I like that, the stripe on the Lynx.
Anyway, so this is the new Lynx Shredder RE. This is my bread and butter. I love Lynx Snowmobiles. I think Lynx Snowmobiles are just superior Skidoos. I think they're the cooler versions of Skidoos. I love their marketing they do. The marketing they do is so much cooler. The guys that they have, all their ambassadors are really nice guys to talk to at like things like Heydays. They all are like true hardcore riders. They beat the piss out of these things, and these sleds do not quit when they do. It's really just a testament to the machines and the quality of these of the Lynx machines. But this gets the shortened tunnel heat exchanger as well, similar to what they did on the free rides and the summits. 34-inch ski stance on the Shredder RE, now new for this year from 36. The 3.0 Powder Max extra light track is an option as well. This sled is available in Hyper Silver with Hyper Red accents or black. The triple black is spring only, however. This comes with a 10.25-inch gauge or the 4.5-inch gauge. Can come in 146 or 154 track lengths, 850 or 850 turbo, and you get Pro 40 EA3 Kashima coated shocks all the way around on the machine. And I think this is really cool. I love this color, the Hyper Silver and the red.
Riley saw this past weekend. It was cool in person.
Now, you remember Mineral Blue, and Michael DeJulio is a big Mineral Blue guy. Check out this beast.
Oh, that's sick.
Mineral Blue with Viper Red accents on the Shredder DS, which gets the Pro 36 Plus Kashima coated shocks, 850, 850 turbo, and 154 or 165 track lengths. This is a really good use of the 20 pounds saved in the last 2 years. The sleds went on a huge diet in the past few years, and the mountain guys are really loving that. And I think it's another thing that we're moving towards. I mean, every guy, you see those mod sled builds weekly now of the mountain guys shaving as much weight as possible, and just how far these machines have come. I just got done watching earlier. The Carl Kuster did a video where he compared a modern Summit Edge to a maybe it was a Summit X to a 2001 Summit or 2002 Summit.
Yeah.
The 2002 Summit with fuel weighed like 600 pounds.
Jeez,
and these things are like 540 for a Summit now. So it's crazy.
Throwing Sparks agrees. Mineral Blue looks amazing out in the snow. It does.
Very cool. Very cool looking color. So I was pleasantly surprised when I saw the Mineral Blue in person for the first time at Heydays. It was a cool looking color. So this is a great color scheme with the two really sharp looking sleds from Lynx this year in the mountains. And now we're getting into crossover sleds. So we're starting with a Brutal. This now has the arched high clearance A-arms with what they call the light steering option. That was previously available on the Commander only, but now they've brought that to the Brutal. This can be a 16-inch wide or a 20-inch wide. 850 or 850 Turbo R engine options. However, the 850 can only be spec'd in the 20-inch wide model. Viper Red or Black. And for every single Lynx crossover and trail sled, it's 10.25-inch gauge only. There's no gauge option on these sleds. You get the 10.25, or you're not getting anything at all, which I think is a pretty interesting change, since some people aren't still too keen on the new technology like that, a lot of people still have some not kind words to say about the 10.25 gauge. So I think it's kind of interesting to see that be blanketed across the Lynx lineup. But maybe it makes sense because they don't want to maybe build 1,000 different different versions of these sleds to bring over here to North America. What else? Pro 36 EA3 front shocks with Pro 46 EA3 rears. Yeah. And then that's this has the PPS2 DS skid in this version, which is the skinny track.
Yeah.
Or the Easy Ride Plus for the 20-inch. And so this sled here, the Brutale, is what the very nice salesman at Larry's told me would be the sled to get. If you like the 900 turbo and you want something playful, you get the Brutale 154. 2-inch paddle track, 16-inch wide model is the sled to buy.
The snow flap is sick on those. They flip up. They're
that's only on these. Sorry, that's only on
that
on the
one?
wide track.
It flips up. You guys move a lot of Lynxes at seminars?
I was about to ask that.
We do okay, but not a lot.
Yeah.
More of my guys are BCers than they are ditch bangers.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I love that snow flap on that. That's cool.
So it's actually, this is it. This is the Commander, what we're talking about. It's spring loaded. So rather than like the Link removable one where it's got the flip ups or the deep snow flap where you got to like kind of roll it and tuck it on your bumper, this has two springs and you just like basically put it to like just over 50 and it flips right up and it stays up. So it's pretty nice little option. And that's actually something for Lynx sleds only, and now they actually have that as an accessory that you can put on the any of the Lynx 20-inch wides from previous model years that didn't have that. But this is the Lynx Commander, which I got to try a 2026 Lynx Commander, which is pretty much the exact same as this. They didn't make they made one change to this, but it's which was actually a positive change, which was nice. But anyways, tried a 2026. Got off the sled and said, yeah, this is the best sled.
Yeah. The
20-inch wide track 900 turbo in a Lynx, holy good God, is that thing fun.
It rocks.
The front, it wheelies like the Rave does, but it's the fast and the power of the 900 turbo R. You get that blow-off valve sound, the skinnier front end, those high clearance A-arms. I just want to buy one and point it in my forest at my cottage and see how far I can go.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Riley Reinhardt says he thinks he was the first one of the Lynxes you ever sold.
You sold a 23, huh?
You would have sold 22s and 23s, right?
22s and 23s.
Yeah.
Maybe
One of the
were
first,
were you one of the first 24s, maybe, of the Radian 2?
Yeah, the year that he ordered his sled, he was one of two.
Yeah, right on.
Oh, yeah, another change for this year is that these sleds now have handguards. But anyways, like I was saying, the big change on this versus the one that I got to try is that the Easy Plus rear now has a Pro 40 shock in the back of it, which is, a Pro 46 Kashima coated shock in the back of it now, which would make that rear skid just ride like the Trail Rocket. So,
All Terrain says
the white is sharp, and this is another sharp sled. So this is black and satin gray on the X-Train RE. That now has the new LFSR front end, which is kind of their take on the Raz RX. It's got the 850 NA, 850 Turbo, or 900 Turbo R engine options. With the KYB Pro 46 Kashima coated shocks. It's important to know that these ones, these ones are EA3s. These ones are like the old school, really not even old school at this point, but the older Skidoo easy adjust shocks that are 21-way adjustable, which is awesome to see that still on the Lynx models. With the high and low speed compression on the bottom too, which is nice. Because Skidoo went away with that, and I'm not really sure why. It's for the guys, I guess maybe because some guys don't like to tinker, but I like to tinker, so I like that. But PPS3 skid in this, 2.0 Powder Max or an Ice Storm 150. However, the Storm 150 is actually a 900 Turbo R exclusive option on these. Again, 10.25 inch gauge only option on this model. And finally, for the trail sled, the 20th anniversary Skidoo, oh my gosh, Lynx Rave Racing Edition. This thing is really sharp with the white accents. I love this sled.
I do like the white on that, man. That's
great. Looks so cool. This also has the 600RR as an engine option as well. Additionally, you can also get the 850 or the 850 Turbo with ice injection. You get Pro 46 shocks all the way around, PPS3 skid. There's actually a black color option, however, that's 850 Turbo R, and only if you spring order the sled. 10.25 inch gauge only. And one of the big changes on this sled, that's going to be good for maybe the guys that liked the older Lynx Raves, but were kind of disappointed with the Radian 2 Raves, is that this has what they call new stiffer shock calibration rear suspension. And from what I can find, riders are saying this rides like the 22 Lynx Rave again. So it'll be back to doing stand-up wheelies on flat dead trails and jumping these things off cliffs and absorbing all that energy. So that's an exciting change, I think, because there were some people that were saying that the 24s with the smaller height tracks and the softer skid. I mean, the guys we had on from Rowdy Racing that do Kane's Quest even revalved their shocks because of that. So
Yeah.
So that's cool. I love this a lot. For them also still doing a 20th anniversary because the RE came out the same year as the XRS did. So accessories, parts, clothing. What'd you say?
What's that?
It's a good spring break for Riley.
Yeah, there you go.
We're waiting for you.
Riley, 850 turbo with this. Come on now.
You know what Jacob Massard always says, you'll make more money tomorrow.
Yep.
Dude, I've never heard a truer fact. And you know what? Like new shock calibration, you can't put a price on that.
Yeah.
And then for accessories, parts, clothing, other than the aforementioned changes or aforementioned new things coming out for Skidoo, the only new thing for Lynx was that they have a new Squadron motion jacket and motion high pants for the trail market that come in blue or fire red. They also have a Lynx version of the, what's that helmet from a few years ago? What's that helmet?
The Pyra? The Advex?
No, Advex. So Advex is the Lynx versions of the Advex as well as Lynx versions of that new Ravix helmet as well.
Okay, cool.
And that is it for all of the 2027 model lineup for Lynx and Skidoo.
There you go. All Terrain TV says he likes all the new colors, a lot more combinations, which is cool. Is the Neo the basic 600, Dean, or what is the base model for Barebones 600 for the dude on a budget?
Well, 600 EFI and a 129 or a 137.
600 Sport.
Yeah, 600 Sport EFI.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which have the SC5U rear suspension in them, which isn't bad.
Coupled rear. G5 now instead of G4s.
Yeah, that's the thing. All sleds are now G5. Everything across the lineup.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah.
Yep. Good selling.
Anything you wanted to add to the list that Drew compiled today?
No, I think he's overwhelmed me.
Yeah, I know. So what did I tell you? There is a lot new for Skidoo. When everyone says it's just bold new graphics, it's not. Chris Watson says, very good show. How do people follow Simonars online? What's your social media handles and website?
I think it's just Simonar Sports.
Yeah, it's just Simonar Sports on Facebook.
Facebook and Instagram.
Yep. Follow it up, and your website is?
SimonarSports.com.
Right on.
Heck yeah.
Perfect.
And you guys are located in Luxemburg, Wisconsin, as we said. Population of just over, what, probably 2,000?
25, 2,600.
Oh, look at that.
Right on.
Heck
and
yeah.
if someone wanted to spring order, what's the process with Simonars?
Oh, that's a great question.
Figure out exactly what you want, make, model, track, gauge, and then BRP's policy is $1,000 down on the spring break model.
Okay, right on.
Sweet. By the 31st of March.
Wait, March 31st. That's great. Yep. And what's your phone number if someone wants to call you?
We got 920-845-2725.
Right on. Perfect. No, we thank you for your time tonight. That was awesome learning, and the pictures you sent in. Definitely want to pop in. Robert said Riley was a fourth generation customer at Simonars. It started in 1971.
Yep.
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
the Reinhardts have been part of this coming here forever, and that's what drew my dad here, which inevitably drew me here, and will draw my next generation whenever they're ready to come here.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
Well, your daughter's going to be ready in about 2 years, I think, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
We'll throw her on the Mini Z pretty soon here.
Yeah.
Well,
right on.
well, when we become the 51st state, I'm gonna buy a sled from Simonar's.
I didn't put the Mini Z. I didn't put the Mini Z picture in that you sent me.
Yeah, it's
They have a
great
Mini
one.
Z in a crate.
Which Mini Z?
Oh, wait.
The Rev. The
Yeah, the last
Oh,
year
yeah,
of the
okay.
Mini-Zs.
Like those mini? Okay, wow.
That's wild. Michael DeHulu says, Drew, you killed it. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
Rob, the oil guy, says lots of good information.
Guys, I cannot promise that this will be this good for players. This is because I'm passionate about this brand. I did this late last night. I did this at like 3 a.m. last night because I couldn't sleep. The joys of not having a job, eh?
Great job, Drew. Yeah, he'll be working too.
Gary, there's one cool story Dino's got to tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
BRP for my father's birthday gave him a freestyle.
Nice.
Yeah, serial number 1.
Oh.
And we never took it out of the crate.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's sitting in one of my warehouses on top of my Elite in the box.
Yeah.
Holy crap. You got an Elite in a crate.
I said that
I
earlier.
have an Elite in a crate.
We have 2 Elites, one that actually gets driven, and then one in the crate.
Oh, that's wild. That is
I'd love to drive
wicked.
one of those. They look so much
Along
fun.
with the
Colt
Mini Z,
had a
that's
video in
so
one of those.
great.
Yep.
Colt 805.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's so cool. Definitely going to make it a trip to pop in and see you guys and have a sniff around there and check out some of the iron. Love the bikes. I love the sleds. You know,
Yeah, we'll give you the nickel tour.
that's cool. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for your time. Emily, Dean, thank you so much. Jacob Massard, thank you for setting this up. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us. This
No
is
worries.
seriously- This is our first podcast ever being on, so it's like something fun to do.
You guys did a great job. Glad to have you on. And you can share the video after it's over, and it'll stand the test of time. So in 50 years, people are going to be looking back at this and see how small you guys were and how small your collection of vintage sleds was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's still buying sleds left and right. Trust
I know
me.
it'll be huge when by the time, in 30, 40 years, it'll be a massive collection.
When I win the Powerball, I'll put up a building and have a museum for them.
Yeah, nice. Jacob's starting though. He's collecting them.
Yeah. The Money Massart Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got it. Well, again, I thank you again, and we'll roll the outro here, and we'll see you guys next week.
Sounds good.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Yep.
Thank you.
It's a journey for